We're rolling.
Welcome back. Episode 65. Woohoo! Jiu Jitsu Dummies Podcast. We are sponsored by Fightback CBD. Get 20% off your CBD order at fightbackcbd.com with code JJD. Today we have a special guest, Kent Peters.
Yep.
I think most people probably know him as the hoodie guy.
The hoodie and the gi.
And the owner and creator of Supernatural Survival Gear.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got him coming on in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, let's not forget we're also sponsored by Black Belt Digital Marketing. Anything you need to build your business, website, design, Google Ads, graphic design, anything. Okay? Anything you need to build your business, they can help. Check them out at BB Digital Marketing. BBDigitalMarketing.com.
Black Belt Digital Marketing. It's not Black Belt spelled out at BBDigitalMarketing.com.
Thank you for the save.
I know the owner, so I'll let him know you screwed it up. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we apologize. Last but not least, shout out to our newest sponsor, Hernandez Claims. Got his T-shirt on today.
Hey, swag. You're in the middle, man.
Swagalicious. They're right down here in South Florida. George is a public adjuster, which is an independent insurance professional that a residential or commercial policyholder can hire to help them settle an insurance claim. So, like their
behalf.
Yeah, they're gonna work with the insurance company on the insured's behalf to try to get them the most money possible.
Yeah, man.
So, down here in Florida, hurricanes, flooding,
yep.
fire, wind damage, right?
Getting shit ripped off by alligators.
Yeah, there you go. Check that. As a matter of fact, I found out if you have a business or even your home or your business has been vandalized.
Oh yeah,
right. That's something that he could step in and help get you money. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So check them out.
Stop doing that, people.
Check them out at Hernandez Claims on Instagram or their website, which BB Digital Marketing built for them.
Oh yeah.
Check them out at HernandezClaims.com.
Yeah, I'm going to need a website.
You can.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go to these guys.
There's a little form there that you can request a
quote proposal.
Yeah, just send them your information.
You're going to make me use. Seriously, going to make me use the form?
What's that? No, that's for Hernandez Claims.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For BB Digital Marketing, you let me know what you need. I'll hook you up. I know the guy. He's a little bit of a dick, but I think he'll do right by you.
All right, man.
I am Milton Campus. I am a brown belt training out of South Florida. You can check me out on Instagram at Uncle Milty BJJ or shoot me a message on at Jiu Jitsu Dummies, the main handle for the show.
Oh yeah. How's it going, everybody? Guess where I'm riding? Shotgun. I'm riding shotgun, y'all.
Bo behind the camera.
Hola.
How we doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Very well. I'm swell.
I'm just getting over the vid. So we were off for 2 weeks.
Yep. I'm glad you're feeling better.
So we shot on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 2 weeks. What's today? Today's
Rashad Evans. It would be a good timestamp because they'll go 4 days before it got released.
20 days.
Yeah.
We shot on the 23rd. Today's the 13th. So yeah.
Important part is that you and your family are feeling better.
And
not really. My wife is sick now.
My wife was sick. My wife was just sick. She was just sick after me. Same symptoms, just longer.
You didn't.
Yeah.
So do you think you had COVID?
No, not at all. I had a flu, man.
If you
this was influenza
test,
A. I've had influenza A before, and I know the symptoms.
Hey, tell me you're from Florida without telling me.
You can't know. You can't really know.
Yes.
You could think, but you can't
know. No. It's very different. Influenza A is very different
than
from
COVID?
From B and COVID.
Okay.
Tell me you're from Florida.
COVID.
Without telling me you're from Florida.
I'm not wearing a mask. So a few people had the sniffles.
Yeah.
That came to that Rashad episode. No, I'm not.
Not naming names.
No hate. No, not naming names. I'm not hating on anybody because could have got it from anywhere.
The pollen was wild that day.
Nobody tested positive for COVID other than myself.
Yeah, so it was you.
My daughter got sick a week later. So I got COVID. I tested positive. I tested positive 3 times over the course of 14 days.
I know you sent us the
message. On the 14th day, really wound up being like the 16th day because the last test didn't come in right away. Yeah. I wound up getting a negative. My daughter had a negative, but she was really bad. It was like the same thing. Mm-hmm. 3 days, really bad. 2 days, just slept. I could get out of bed, but you were just tired. I've never had a flu like that where I slept for 2 days straight. I got up each day, 2 days.
Yeah, that's not
had a bowl of cereal because I had to eat something, and I went back to sleep. And
can we talk about?
That's not what I had at all.
Can we talk about the silver lining of being sick?
Yeah,
like
immunity.
No.
Immunized.
No, man. I'm talking about like you lose some weight, and your skin,
right back.
your skin gets real tight. You look real good.
I lost 6 pounds.
You look good, right?
And I gained back 8.
Yeah.
Well, I had some issues recently
yes, sir.
in July, and I've been recovering from that. And interestingly, after I got this flu, I actually felt better than I had the entirety of the previous 5 months. So, like, it cleaned me out. I don't know. Something happened during that just reset my body.
I hope
coolest thing.
Everybody has different symptoms. I hope I get a 6-pack.
I had a boner the whole time.
I hope that's my.
Today, my wife came home from work.
Yeah,
she wasn't feeling well last night. She said she had a little tickle in her throat. I told her you should if you're going to go to work, go get tested on the way in. At least by the night. So she was like, I'm okay. She went to work. She called me about 12 o'clock, or she messaged me
lunchtime.
Hey, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to come home, and I said, get tested on the way home. Found her a spot. It was really quick. She got tested, and we'll find out hopefully tonight if she's got the vid.
Yeah.
It's my mom's birthday yesterday. We're supposed to go to dinner this Saturday, and now
we don't know. It's up in the air.
Yeah, but no. Even if she's sick, I'm not going to bring her around my family anyway. My parents are in their 70s. I'm definitely not going to bring her around anyway. I could go.
Yeah, even if you had a cold, you wouldn't want to go around your grandparents.
Yeah,
I mean, the older people, you got to protect them.
Isn't it weird, though? I can't be the only one that's experiencing this. Like, people like, oh, it's not COVID, though, and still go do something.
Yes.
I'm like, you should stay home. Even if it's just a cold.
Well, they forget that 60,000 people a year die from a regular flu.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
Well, that's it. Right now,
in
it's
other
like,
words, don't show up at work.
Even my wife, she's telling me she doesn't feel good last night. I'm like, don't go to work.
Don't go to.
She says, I'm going to get the COVID test. If I don't test positive, I'll just go back to work. I'm like, you're sick still. Yeah. But you're sick. You can't go back to work.
Yeah.
Our mindset is we're in this weird place of, since it's not COVID, it's not that bad. I'll go. No, like
that just speaks to the American work ethic.
It's just his perception is really fucked up about how people see the flu and COVID. They forget these things are deadly. Flu is COVID. COVID is a form of a flu. Yeah. It's evolved from a flu, according to them. But
I don't know.
This is the one that I really hate. This is the one before COVID. And I probably did
Herpes.
this at some point in my life. You're an asshole.
Yes.
So when somebody goes, I'm not feeling really well, but I came to train, I'm going to sweat it out. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
I'm going to sweat it. No, you do that with hangovers.
Right. Okay.
But I do work out when I'm sick, but I don't not around people.
Yeah. Like I've had people. I remember. I'm not going to call the person out.
I dress like Kent Peters, and I go for and I jog.
You put on your hoodie. You put on your gi. You run in your gi.
Yeah, and spats.
When one very specific time before COVID, somebody came into the gym.
Yeah.
Coughing, sniffling, and she was just like proud of herself, like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. Figured I'm going to come here and sweat it out. And I'm like,
crazy.
I love those people.
It's just crazy, man.
I'm like, that is the most.
It's like irresponsible.
I love you. You're a great person.
But you're not.
That is the most idiotic statement.
Some people just don't know, bro.
Go sweat it, like you said. Go sweat it out on your own.
home,
If you really feel like sweating it out, which I don't necessarily think is a thing.
I think whatever makes this feel good sometimes. I'm not saying that's the cure. I'm just saying when this is feeling right, a lot of other things feel right too. You know, so like to that person, they don't think about it that like, they might not even know that they're being selfish and irresponsible. They're just like, I know this works for me because it gets me in the right headspace, and it does work, and it probably does work to some effect.
Well, it does.
But it's just like some people just don't know, man. And it's cool if you confront them.
Just go get a rubber dummy. Just go get a rubber dummy and roll with the rubber dummy. And sweat it out.
Just so heavy, wrong material.
So
whatever.
I have done stupid things in the past too.
For sure.
Before, like, no. I got a really stupid story that I did. So I owned my own marketing company. I went to go work for another company.
Yeah.
When I went to go work for that company, like, I got the flu. Like, I got sick within 6 months, like 2 or 3 times. I kept on getting sick.
Yeah.
But I wasn't feeling well. I was going to the bathroom, and the girl at the front desk says, "Hey, how you feeling?" And I'm like, "I'm okay. I'm fine." She's like, "You could go home if you don't feel good." I'm like, "Oh, no." I'm like, "Nah, I want to spread it." And I jokingly went to the doorknob that I was just about to walk out of the office to go to the bathroom, and I jokingly coughed. I went and I coughed on it.
Oh no!
And I thought I was being now I hadn't worked in an office for a while, so I wasn't really.
Oh, the environment's different.
Yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, wait a minute, I'm going to spread this. There's all these people around. Like I just did it as a joke. I went to the bathroom and I'm taking a piss, and I go, that was the stupidest thing that I've ever done in my life.
Did you take yourself to HR?
I took a piss, washed my hands. I walked back out with a napkin, and I was going to go clean it.
Was the napkin soaked in piss? Did you double down?
When I opened the door, she's on the other side of the door, Lysoling the doorknob, and I just felt like I go. I'm so sorry. I realized how stupid that was. I thought I was being funny.
I get crazy when I'm holding a pee.
Next time I'm gonna rub my butt against the doorknob.
Since this is a jiu-jitsu podcast, let's get the black belt in here.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, let's get Kent Peters in here. You should really do that.
I am.
Joining us today, we have Judo and BJJ black belt Kent Peters. He's the owner of Zombie Proof Jiu-Jitsu and owner and creator of Supernatural Survival Gear. Welcome, Kent.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
How you guys doing? Good. Thanks for having me.
So where are you from?
I'm from Cape Breton Island.
I know about it.
Where's that?
Cape Breton Island is it's a little island in Canada, not affiliated with the province of Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
with any province.
I think I read that in a Snapple cap once, I believe. It was very small font.
Absolutely not in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, it was small font because they needed to get their point across.
We're not part of them. We don't claim them.
Okay.
That's kind of like Florida. Like the United States doesn't like to claim us.
if you go past like Martin County, which is like just about close to halfway above South Florida, the rest of that Florida does not claim this part of Florida.
Yeah, I'm ready to move to Florida right now.
It's
man.
Sweet here.
I am. Fuck, I'd love it. Oh,
it's sweet.
No, don't worry. Remember, we're 15 minutes in.
Yeah,
so we're good.
We're in the future,
dude. I had a Disney vacation booked, and we were arriving March 3rd. Guess when Disney closed?
No, I know.
Disney closed March 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's like you won the opposite of the lottery.
Dude. And I haven't had a vacation since the beginning of Corona, so yeah.
I'm sorry,
Tons of fun. Now, well, you guys don't even know it is Corona, right? You're down there in Florida enjoying life. See,
what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'll give you a prime example. Today I went to the courthouse to go record something for work, and I walked into the courthouse with no mask, and then they handed me one because they know nobody has them.
That's nice.
Amazing.
They just handed me
one. Now, we say that I just got over COVID.
Sure did.
I had something too.
Last Friday, he had something. You had COVID.
How long did you have it? Like, for like a half hour, hour and a half.
So I'm going to address Bo's. My nephew says, if you don't get tested, how could you have it? So, okay, I'll take that. That's one.
Some people say that about Crocs,
We did our Rashad Evans episode, and then I got sick. I think maybe some of them were sick. I don't know who started it, who patient zero was. I know somebody had the sniffles on the show.
Somebody had it, bro.
He said he got tested. He was negative. I tested positive for COVID. My daughter got it a week later, got sick. Did not test positive.
Yeah.
My wife just left work today, came home early. She's sick. She was feeling something last night.
Dang.
She went to get tested, so we don't know if she's got it yet. I don't know if she's gotten her test results back yet.
Yes!
Well,
yes! No, you're not allowed.
He gets $50 if that drops.
Oh, my gosh.
I forgot to start my timer. It's going. Slow motion, right? It's like falling.
So close.
So anyway, my wife just got tested. So we've all gotten sick or had something. But I tested positive for COVID. I was home sick for a couple days before I went and got tested because I wasn't sure what I had.
Yeah. You work
and
from
then
home
nobody got sick in my house, and then my daughter gets sick but doesn't have COVID, so I don't know.
Sure.
Still batting 1,000.
I had herpes.
Haven't got
Dude,
I thought your whole family got COVID.
Huh?
I thought your whole family got COVID.
Everybody,
I thought you all got sick at the same time. It wasn't
last of the Mohicans, sir.
Oh wow!
I don't.
Right. What were you going to say, Ken?
Yeah.
I thought I was getting Corona. I thought I had it on my birthday. So I was December 23rd. Dude, I was driving home December 22nd. And I had to pull over on the side of the road and throw up all over the fucking side of the road.
Oh, wow.
I get home. I'm sick for 11 hours, just throwing up nonstop. Terrible. And then I had sniffles since then. So everybody, like everywhere I go, people here are communist as fuck, right? So because I have sniffles, I took 3 fucking corona tests and they're all negative. I had a sinus infection. I just need some fucking penicillin.
Yeah.
Like up here, people are insane. Families are turning on families.
Oh, no.
Well, there was cops. I just went to Walmart before I went to class, and cops had to go escort a guy out because he wasn't wearing a mask. Can you fucking believe that?
No.
No, me either.
I mean, in other parts of the U.S., it's happening. In Florida, it's not happening. Yeah. I mean, if you've got a Democratic governor, it's like that. If you've got a Republican governor, it's just not.
I get my Canada news from Joe Rogan, and he doesn't make it sound very nice right now.
No, well, it isn't nice, man. Yeah. Like, okay, so I got sick on the 23rd, and I just, because of how it's weird, like, our hospitals aren't overwhelmed like people are saying they are. Every season that there's a flu season, hospitals get overwhelmed. And they're overwhelmed because 8 million people a year, according to the World Health Organization, die of fucking tobacco-related illness worldwide. Like, if you canceled tobacco and canceled McDonald's fucking drive-thrus, we could have like 15 coronas a fucking year.
Yeah.
You think about it. No, there'd never be an overwhelmed hospital, ever.
It would take a while for that to like taper off. Because there's still, all those people that ate McDonald's for all that long. And then they would have to, they might get in better shape. I don't know.
So did you hear what New Zealand did?
Nah.
They just made smoking illegal for like everybody after 2004. So if you were born 2004, they'll just never be allowed to smoke.
Does tobacco grow there? Because it's about to.
Yeah, right. For me, Ken, my listeners have probably heard me talk about this 1,000 times, but I got this. This makes it even hairier for me. This will probably make you angry. So, I had a heart attack like 5 years ago. So I'm really good about getting the flu vaccine every year. They told me you got to get it. You could get complications. If you got a bad flu, it's going to make things worse. People that get the flu vaccine every year.
I'm vaccinated. Yeah. I had to be.
So the people, my doctor told me, people who have your issues and have stints like we put in will live longer. Okay, so I'm like, all right. So as soon as it opened up for my age down here, I got my first vaccine. I got 2 shots with the Pfizer. A week before I got COVID, I got the booster, and I still got sick. And I still got
crazy.
It. So it's kind of like not only did I do everything the right way, I still got COVID. But now, my daughter didn't have COVID, so did she just give my wife what she had? And I got COVID. Am I going to get sick? Am I going to catch what my wife and my daughter have? Was that something different?
The only thing harder than MMA math is COVID math. I'm done, bro.
Oh, you can't even do it. Like I've had so many people up here where only half the family caught it, and they're all quarantining together in the same room. Like it's crazy.
My wife slept next to me. Once we found out she slept next to me when I was sick. When we got the positive test back, she went in the other room. She went into our spare room. She slept there for like 2 nights, and then it was kind of like I was feeling better, so she came back in, and I got 2 more positive COVID tests after that, and I was just like, she was like, well, we're not gonna. Every time I get a test, you're not gonna like jump into the other room. You've already been sleeping next to me. You're either gonna get it or you're not. My like a big concern for me though, it's like my mom's birthday was yesterday, and we're gonna go have dinner on the weekend. Happy birthday, Mom! Is my parents are in their 70s. My dad's 76, my mom's 71. I'm worried about that. That's the only
place that it's the same for me. Like my parents are older. I love them. I don't want them to die, and all the people that are dying are older people, right?
Yeah, so, And by the way, my mom got sick. Too. My mom, I saw.
Did she?
We shot the Rashad episode on the 23rd.
We
shot the Rashad episode on the 23rd.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's where we got sick. Had spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with the same group of family, my parents, my wife, the kids.
So everybody got sick on my birthday,
and nobody got sick.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm glad the Disney trip still reigns supreme.
Oh yeah, no, that is lottery. The thing up top for me.
Would that have topped it? Does that beat Disney?
I need to go back to Disney. Like Disney's my vacation. Yeah. So yeah, that's at the top of the list for me.
Legoland is also pretty dope. And and Universal Studios.
I mean, they're all good.
Yeah, they're all dope. Yeah.
How old are your kids?
6 and 10.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that's perfect.
Perfect. This is that age. How disappointed were they?
Mine are there too, same age.
How disappointed were they that they didn't get to come down?
Yeah.
It was horrible because we were ready. Like everything was ready. It's just, it got canceled the day we were fucking landing there. Like, it's just so stupid. And my favorite thing about Disney, like I work too much. Like I don't sleep much. I'm constantly, whether it's between the gear, the horses, the barn, like the gym. So when I get to go to Disney, like we stay on resort, I get to take a bus everywhere. I get to wait in lines. Mm-hmm. Like that sounds so stupid, but like I don't have anywhere to go, right? Like because when I'm here, I could be doing more work on my computer. I could be over at the barn, great in the arena. I could be fucking teaching private lessons. But when I'm there, I'll wait 4 hours in line for Avatar, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. And it's just so fucking relaxing for me, man. Like I know people want to go like on a beach. I want to go wait in a lineup at Disney and not drive a car.
Forced relaxation. Like I can't do anything about it. I have to just sit here, stand here, and just wait. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. Like when I do get sick. That's the
only way I can relax.
I have that
standing in lines.
I have the excuse when I'm sick, like well, I can't do anything. I can't work. If a client calls me and says I need something, I could be like, listen, I had COVID. They're like, get back to me when you're better. Where normally I'm 7 days a week checking in on client shit all the time. You know, and I never give myself any downtime. So
you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, if you ever move to Florida and standing in lines is relaxing for you, you're gonna love the DMV. Dude, you're gonna relax so hard.
It'll be the most relaxed I ever was.
You're gonna relax so hard.
He's gonna be like, how's the DMV? Great. I know you could do it online, but I went there in person.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Kent, you said a lot there before when you said horses, you said
Brandon.
You said arena, you said podcast, or actually I've heard you talk about a podcast. You do have a lot going on. Let's start from Zombie Proof. How long have you had your gym now? How long ago did you open?
I think it was 2010-ish.
Okay.
I'm horrible with dates and stuff.
That's okay.
When it's not one of my strong suits. Like I started in my garage and then I moved into town and then I moved into a bigger spot in town. And to find out those dates, I have to ask my students that trained with me then because I don't remember. I just don't. No idea, right? So roughly my journey started around 2010.
Taking a picture of me.
I started teaching out of my garage as a blue belt. I only had 3 months under an instructor. I got my blue belt when I was away working in Fort McMurray. And when I came back, I was just always honest and open about it. Like, you know, I pretty much self-taught the whole way through. All my students knew that. And as I was going up, I got graded by legit people. So it was always good. But like small town shit, right? Like I'm a YouTube black belt, really.
It's funny because in the last within our last 10 episodes, you're the second person that's had
awesome.
That story because Christian Graugard from BJJ Globetrotters has the same story. There was no jiu-jitsu, right? He learned him and his friends would get the VHS tapes of the UFC, or they would trade. He said there was a website.
All of them. I still have a working VHS player. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
He said they would trade. There was even a website back in the day, like a forum type website.
It was like Napster, but like for
trading videos. Trading videos.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
It's not like and I think I heard somebody say that even Cyborg talks about having like been self-taught for a time in his career.
I think it was more common. Like I really do. I think it's more common than people let on.
People figure stuff out. People are good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say that all the time. Like imagine if you took 10 people that are all good at jiu-jitsu, right? Like they just have an understanding of jiu-jitsu. And then you put them in different places with another group of talented people. And then you say, I just want you working on arm bars. All 10 of them could invent the same arm bar. You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, because there's only so many ways the human body bends, right? So like I've seen other people come up with moves that I thought I came up with. Like and I'm sure it's the other way around, right? Like
dude, it happens. all the time.
The Kent Peters armbar.
But it happens.
I made up the armbar.
It happens all the time. Dude, sometimes I'll think of like, I wish there was this thing that would stop grease from splattering on my stove.
And it exists.
And I go and I think about it in my head and I was like, oh, if it's just like a piece of mesh metal so it lets stuff like steam out and then a handle. Yeah. And they sold it in 16-inch diameter. It'd be awesome. And I just look up like stove cover mesh. Boom. And it's like, it exists. I didn't invent it.
But that's the thing, like, you did though, like you invented it's just weird because you did invent it, you just weren't the first person to invent it.
Exactly.
You know, like it's a strange concept for some people, but like because I don't try to take credit for anything. Like pretty much all my jiu-jitsu is recycled jiu-jitsu. I've come up with a few weird things, but most of what I've teach, like most of what's on my videos, I try to give credit where credit's due too, because I don't like pretending that I made anything up. I'm self-taught in the way that I learned from other people. Like I've taken so much from Ryan Hall that I consider him one of my instructors, even though I don't know if he knows who I am. Yeah. Like Jean-Jacques Machado has taught me so much. Dude, I don't think he knows who I am.
Love Jean-Jacques.
Yeah, he's
his
amazing.
Videos. There's so much content, dude. Jean-Jacques Machado's YouTube. It's like he's posting on it all the time, and he's posting super awesome stuff, and it has like 7 views. It makes no sense to me.
Crazy.
Makes
and
no
even
sense
his books. Yeah, like I can go through his books, and I've learned so much about the guard and the half guard and passing from his books. Like just looking picture to picture to picture. That dude he's one of my instructors, and I don't know if he'll ever know who I am, right?
Same.
But he's one of my instructors. Like how cool is that? Like I watched a Tozy video on YouTube. It was a 3-part Tozy video years ago, and then I started doing it, and it became my best guard pass. And now I'm teaching it. And I get to tag Tozy in it, and then he reposts my tag. Yeah. Like, it's just, the world is really small now, even though it's like huge.
My favorite moves or my go-tos, whether it's defense or maybe even attack, with the exception of the lockdown, which is totally Felipe's.
100%.
I have learned from watching a video and then me going in and saying, like, you know, let me try this. Oh, wow, this works. Yeah. You know, so I did that north-south. I didn't invent north-south, but I found I was in one of my first tournaments at White Belt.
Your north-south, which works for your body against the Rolodex of people that you've rolled with per body type. Yeah. And then you have an aggregate of what works on as soon as you scan a person. You're like, okay, that's not going to work with that, so I have to use this.
My first north-south was me laying on – I was a White Belt 6 months.
Ooh, Abu Ghraib.
And I laid on somebody's face. Yeah, they named it the Abu Ghraib because I always used to wear a T-shirt over my rash guard. So it was so soaking wet. It was like I was
getting waterboarded, man.
So one of my training partners called it the Abu Ghraib. But in my very first tournament, I just wound up in this north-south with my gut on the guy's face, and he tapped. I didn't know why I did it, but everybody called it the north-south. So I went home and I said, oh, wow, let me see what else I need to know about this. And I find Marcelo Garcia on YouTube. And he's to this day, he's the only BJJ Fanatics instructional that I've ever purchased.
Yeah.
Is that one? And I just did that like at Purple. You know, it's just like, I got to learn from the master.
He's so good, man.
Marcelo?
Yeah.
Garcia? Yeah. You know what's my favorite Marcelo Garcia video on YouTube? It's the one where the guy starts it off like it's Mortal Kombat, and he plays like some really cool lo-fi music, and it's the match of him at ADCC Abu Dhabi, I believe, and it's against Kron Gracie, and they're like just showing like how Kron could really move around, like his dexterity, his hip dexterity, versus like Marcelo's hip dexterity, because Marcelo's trying to dummy trip like the whole time. And Kron's just dancing around it. And it's just such an amazing match. Plus, like, the guy, like, pauses it just right, and he's playing, like, awesome music.
He's one of my favorites. He's definitely somebody, like, I'll still go back to he just has, like, small YouTube snippets of him teaching the North-South, maybe 5-10 minutes. I still go back to those because every once in a while I'm like, why am I not, what's happening? How come I'm not getting people with this again? Oh wow, my foot's got to be here. My arm's got to be here.
Shoulder pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. But, you know, my point there was that some of my favorite moves are moves that I was never, ever taught in the gym by any professor or any coach. And that, you know, those are my go-tos. I'll even go a step further. The Jiu Jitsu University, the book by Sal Hibeto.
Yeah, I have it.
There's a simple, when somebody gets you inside control, if he's here, grabbing their arm, putting your hand on their biceps so that they can't put their arm behind your head. That fucks everybody up. Because now I'm holding their arm here, I'm just cupping it, and they're trying to move it, and it'll always lead to an escape.
And he's also
straight out of.
He's also a big dude. Here's like a big can. Show your bicep. Show your arm, dude.
No, I'm not going to
just
flex
put your arm up there, man. It's a big arm. Look at that.
This is.
It's like just for scale.
This is
right.
This is 2 weeks of 3-4 weeks of Christmas.
Don't let it fool you.
Cookies. This is
dude,
all.
I always brag.
He's like.
When people ask my size comparison, because on Instagram it's deceiving. Like I look like really big. I don't know if
your
my
legs look big. Your legs are big.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always say like, oh, I wear a H size gi. I just don't tell people it's A1H.
Yeah.
Is that a smaller one? Is that H?
A is where it starts.
Oh no, so A1. I know an A1. What's an A1H though? What's the H?
Oh, it just means I'm hefty.
Yeah.
That's what
really?
H.
Oh.
Husky.
Yeah.
No, I'm only like 5'7.5". I claim the half.
5'7.5".
Well, dude, listen, I used to be 5'9", and I used to tell people I'm 5'9", I'm 5'9". I had back surgery last December. And
that happens.
Dude, I was showing off at the gym, and I was squatting with like 4 plates on each side, and I fucking folded forward. And this was in 2001. And I wrecked my back, and my discs were leaking out. So when I found out I was 5'7", and I was convinced I was 5'9", and the doctor said it was because I actually am shorter now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It gets worse. It gets you will get shorter. I have measured myself on. I'm like, I know I've measured myself growing up. I was 5'10 and a half or 5'10 and 3/4. I am below 5'10 right now. I'm 48. Attention. I'll be 49 in June. It does. I'm shrinking. It happens.
So I'm 4'2".
Yeah.
I don't pay attention.
So let's go to. We were talking about. We went.
I like it.
Let's go. So we were talking a little bit about
self-taught,
being self-taught.
Yeah.
And again, even Felipe, my current coach, Felipe Amarante, out of Coral Springs, Florida. He opened his gym. He was a white belt.
Nice.
But now he did bring in coaches, if I recall correctly.
He started a business.
He was he was in love. People told him like he was crazy, like you shouldn't do that. You're crazy. Why would you? You can't open a gym at white belt. And he was like, oh yeah, and he did it. Yeah. And now he's got, he's had his ups and downs, and he's moved around a little bit. Yeah. He had like his house burned down. Like he lost everything.
I gave him a pizza maker that you have to light on fire.
Oh, it must have scared the shit out of him.
Oh my gosh! And then he told that story. I'm notoriously good for sticking my foot in my mouth, by the way. I gave him like one of those uni ovens that are like legit.
He now
like 600 degrees with wood pellet.
He now has one of the most successful kids programs,
the
most successful gyms in not only in our area in all of South Florida, but he's got one of the best kids programs, the largest and best kids programs too. So aftercare, after school care, for the kids, pick them up in the vans, bring them to the school, and he loves it. I mean, he loves teaching jiu-jitsu. But I mean, now he's like a third or fourth degree black belt. But hey, at white belt, people were telling him he was crazy. So
he doesn't use umbrellas.
What were people telling you? When I mean, I know. So you're in a small town. Right?
Yeah,
you're in a very small town. Where's the town again? Where is it?
Going to work.
Where's the town?
Well, it's not in Nova Scotia.
We know that.
You're pushing it.
Specifically not in Nova Scotia. It's a small little place called Cape Breton Island.
Okay. You're opening this gym. I mean, what was the feedback you were getting? I mean, you're in a small area, so maybe it wouldn't be as bad as if you were in a major city, but what were people saying to you?
It's weird because I was a welding inspector, so I was working out in Alberta, which is like the Texas of Canada, right? My wife wanted to have kids, and I wanted to have kids, but she wouldn't have them with me unless I lived home. So I didn't have any skills except hacky sack and jujitsu. Well, not even jujitsu, just I thought I could get a jiu-jitsu thing going with the blue belt that I got. So I just started making posts about it. I started this club. I bought a bunch of judo mats and I threw them in our 2-car garage, and I got 10 students, and I was doing construction jobs and shit, but I knew I wanted to do the jiu-jitsu. So I started reading about instead of having it as a hobby, making it into a business. And I just never stopped, even though people were saying like, you're not going to make money doing that. Like you got to get a normal job.
Yeah.
And I just kept doing it. And then it just kept growing. It, and then like I lucked out in the sense where like making the gear company, it wasn't on purpose. I got some shit gear from a provider. So I went straight to a bunch of factories, found my own. And then other people started asking like, hey, can I buy some of that? It wasn't intentional. I never wanted to be a gear guy, but now that's like the big business, and Zombie Proof's my side chick.
So tell everybody what you're talking about, people that don't know you. So tell them about your Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural Survival Gear is my gear company. I started it because, like I said, and I'm not going to name names, I was using another company, and they ended up getting me a batch of gear that was just fucking terrible. Now, I know this company's a good company. I don't know how the disconnect happened. So even the owner, I like him. He's a great guy. Never say a bad word about them. But the gear that I got sucked. So I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to play with middlemen. I wanted to go right to the providers. And I found a few different factories. And they said, like, we have this material, this material, this material. So I asked for the best that they had available. So my profit margin wasn't good at the beginning. And then like the stretchy rash guards that get those fluffy fucking things.
Yeah,
the fluffy things.
Yeah,
that shit makes me want to fucking burn down houses. So I went with like a stronger material. If you guys ever get a hold of one of my rash guards, just feel it. The materials, it's clearly different, but it's different in the way where you'll never feel those fluffy fucking pieces of shit on your rash guard, right? So
I think that's a scientific name.
Dude,
I think, I know that. I know, like a lot of times I'll get them from when I wash them. If I put like my no-gi gear in that has Velcro, right, and it grabs it and it's scratching. I wore a brand new rash guard the other night, brand new, never worn before, and at the end of the session, I had those. Oh,
that's the worst.
And that shit,
and I'm like brand new. It was from the rubbing.
Remorse, man. Like that shit sucks. Like I hate that. So I needed to make sure my gear didn't have that, right? So I went extra on the seams. I made sure that because the seams of the gear I had was falling apart, and there was a lot of those material
That's
things.
Also annoying if you get a finger in there.
Dude, right?
The loops. I've gotten the loops sometimes.
Yep.
I mean, your finger will break it, but it still hurts.
I need everything to be clean, good gear. So when it started selling and people were like, fuck, this is good quality, it just kept selling. Like I have some people that have made like 20 orders. Like it just, it's a good community I have growing now because quality was number one for me, because it was never about making money. Yeah. It was about making good gear. So I lucked out in that sense because I was never intending on even starting the gear company. I just wanted good gear for my team. So,
hey man, that's how Elon Musk designed the Model Y. He made that car for himself.
That's awesome. That's how it should be, though. Every design I make is stuff that I'd wear. Yeah. I will not I don't pander to shit that I don't like, so everything is my own taste.
That's cool.
Like, I'm a weirdo, though. Like, I wear leopard print Crocs out in public. Like, I'm that guy.
Race mode?
Dude, I don't give the smallest of fucks about other people's opinions. I can't. I don't have time for it.
So I know that I've seen your gear. There are two places that I saw your gear that you can't deny that those two people got it in my face. Eli Knight. I'm not sure if you do sponsored. I know Eli Knight's always got your stuff on. Mm-hmm. We've had him on the show.
Eli bought a bunch of it. I sent him some the last little bit, but he bought a bunch. Like that dude is so humble. Yeah. He's one of those genuine. Like, have you guys had him on yet?
We've had him on Zoom. Yes. Yeah.
He's
awesome
literally
guy.
One of the most genuinely nice people I have ever had the pleasure of talking to. Like it's crazy. Like you see him teaching and you think like that dude's going to be cool. And then you talk to him and he fucking is, because so many people are letdowns.
Yeah, don't make your heroes.
Not a letdown.
His way of teaching is the way that I like to learn. Like somebody who's, again, I need to understand whatever move you're showing me, I need to know where all four limbs are supposed to be. If my hand, you're teaching me something with my hands, that's great, but where am I putting my legs? Because that's where I'm going to fuck up the move, is I'm going to be out of position. And even with Felipe, like I'm the guy that's like, I walk around and be like, okay, where's the foot? Yeah. Okay, the foot's like this, and it's actually facing in, and the toes are tucked under. I have to know that, and he kind of teaches like that, so I very much take to that.
Go to breakdowns then, because that's exactly how I do my breakdowns. I watch just the feet, then just the knees, then just the hips, then just the fucking torso, just the elbows, just the shoulder. I watch everything bit by bit until I understand how people did their moves.
And even funnier, like sometimes I'll ask him, I'll be like, hey, where's your arm? And he's got to do the move again because he doesn't even know where the arm is. Yeah, he's like, okay, so it's here. This is it. And I do that when I show somebody. I'm like,
process for everybody, man.
If somebody shows me, asks me about a move, I'm like, all right, let's do it because I'm not always teaching. I've got to look, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to answer that question.
I got a couple of moves that I could explain out of my head because I do them so much, and then I know the details that work.
I have to see it.
But it's a couple. No, I could just like close my eyes and I know what I have to do, so I could say.
I'm not like that with any moves.
I only have a few like that.
It's not a lot, but there's a couple that like.
I start to show somebody to speak it to tell somebody, and I can see they're just like me, like they're not getting any of this without me showing it on them.
It's like everything else, man. It's like in school, you know. There's some people that are just like already know.
So the other place that, and I don't even know her name. I know that there's a girl that's always in your stuff. What's the Instagram handle? Like AB AB.
Mary
AB.
Yeah.
Mary Dogfight, right? Didn't she have like the Dogfight Garage? Dogfight.
Yeah.
The most popular blue belt besides.
It's Mary _A_B.
Just so you know, my producer does not do jiu-jitsu. He follows jiu-jitsu. He knows who she is.
I'm hands, man.
But I've seen that was the other place. I would always see her in the stuff, and she models it, and obviously she's a pretty woman.
But she's also like doing legit moves.
Yeah,
and drilling them over and over. Yeah. She looks like she's really putting in the work, and I think she just started throwing hands. I saw. So
really,
she was a professional gymnast too. Like she's a pro at. Yeah, everything she did
she's an athlete. Don't just think she's a pretty girl. She's an athlete.
You don't get a physique like that.
No. She's athletic,
in tip-top shape, man.
Dude, my wife knows because like I follow people on Instagram, but sometimes I'm a huge UFC fan, and sometimes I'll follow somebody, and then I could tell they get a little bit of like and I don't blame them for it because they're generating income from this, so I get it. And they they lean away from what got them to the dance and turn more into something else. And like I've had like audible like, man, I got to stop following this. Like just because it's not what I want. It's not what I want to see. It goes from like the person training to like whatever I like. I don't need to be specific. And then it'll turn into something that's like, oh, I use this product a lot, or look at this new thing that I got.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have if you experience growth, it's gonna look. We just had that conversation before the episode. We're like, okay, we've got a lot of companies we work with and a lot of sponsors now.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like I don't want this to turn into an infomercial for all the stuff, but at the same time, that's the stuff that pays for. We need to make money.
Don't forget what you got you to the dance.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been a conversation that I've been having with our producer is like, hey, how do we integrate this stuff more without it seeming like we're just selling stuff? And first of all, I want to use the stuff that we talk about.
It's a balance, And
I want it to not just be all commercial. I mean, when I listen to Joe Rogan, I fast forward through all.
Yeah, but I know them all. Athletic
all the
Greens,
stuff. Alpha Brain, right? Cash App.
Yeah, I got them
but
all.
But I'll pop through them real quick. So it's like, how do you integrate?
I do want to try those Roca shades that they advertise, because like I'm at like job sites a lot, so it'd be nice to like get like some like construction grade shades that are prescription.
Well, those two alone have definitely, again, we don't have to know whatever you're doing with them. It worked. I mean, that your brand is just out there, and her videos are so popular. I mean, now I see more and more people with your gear, and it happens. It happens like that.
Well, they're wearing it because they like it. You see, but there's a difference. There's people who wear stuff because they're like showing it off, and there's people who like do things, and they're just wearing it.
Yeah,
and I love seeing they're just wearing it, not like check out what I'm wearing.
Yeah. No, I get it. But look, there's two sides to it. There's the business side to it, which you're experiencing, Kent, right? It's like, hey, there's this. You started something for one reason, but now you've got to grow with the business. I tell people in my day job as a marketing professional, I tell people sometimes you have to let the business steer. The business is going to tell you where it wants to go, either through growth or something doesn't work or it works.
Right, yeah.
Like sometimes you just got to give it. You just got to kind of let it go a little bit. Just be there. answer the questions, do your marketing, but sometimes it's going to tell you like, hey, this isn't working, and you're going to know pretty quickly.
Bail out.
But if it's right, we always want things to we always want to we always want to grow. Like most of us aren't doing this because we're, I love doing the podcast, but hey, wow, if it could be my day job. I left an actual job and reopened my marketing company so that I had more time to do the podcast because it was taking it off.
He did that.
So it's, and I'll keep my marketing company small so that I can spend a lot of time doing this. But
that's how it came in. Like I was a weld inspector out in Fort McMurray, and I was making $250,000 a year when I was working. Wow. And I like money. I was working night shift.
Dude, I like money.
Me too.
Right? So like to come home and make drastically less than that, just trying to make it work, like it was difficult, but money's like such a huge motivator for me that, and I don't mean that in like a heartless way. Like like the jiu-jitsu, I'm putting it out there for a genuine reason. Like I'm trying to be the person I wish I had when I was coming up, but I'm not going to say no to making money off it. And that's why I buy my shit in on the end of my videos. Like I'm going to keep giving you these videos for free, but buy my shit, And it's a little bit of that shameless marketing because I do want you to buy my stuff. Like buy this fucking hoodie.
You believe in it.
But I'm putting the jiu-jitsu out because I'm trying to be the person that I wish I had 10 years ago.
So two things. Number one, you're going into a shadow a little bit, like completely across your face, and like only see half of you. Yeah, like that's perfect. Thank you, man. Sorry. Yeah. So let's talk about the videos. Talk about how those came about, because is that something that you really started, like really made an effort with when COVID started?
Yeah, no. Even the videos were an accident. Like I'd like to say that I planned my life out and everything was like purposeful and shit, but no, my life is just one giant accident, snowballing one after another. And I love it. I'm just fucking riding it. I'm going to keep going.
It looks like this snowball turned into a snowman.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it. Like the first jiu-jitsu video I made, I was just showing techniques. My students were asking me, because my Instagram only had like 800 followers or something, and it was just like very local, my students and my town. And my students, well, one specifically, Adam, was like, bro, can you film the techniques so when I go home I can watch them? Yeah. And I said, sure. And so I started posting the techniques of the day on my Instagram, and that was it. Like I wasn't doing it. I didn't understand Instagram. Like I'm not incredibly techy. I wouldn't have a phone if it wasn't for my business. I don't want people to find me. When I'm gone for a reason. I don't like a lot of technology. And now here I am, like uploading fucking 10 videos a day. It's weird for me because it's not really my nature, but it's where I am. So I started doing them, and then some of the videos started getting hate viral. So I posted one where like I like spats, bro, and I wear a cup. Like it's not like my dick's all over it, but I like spats and I don't like shorts. So I did one knee bar off of a berimbolo, and I was wearing spats, and people just started shitting on me. And then when they were shitting on me, I was just getting like 20 followers, 30 followers a day. I was like, why are these people making fun of me and then following me? So then I started wearing more videos with just spats. And then they'd be like, I can't believe you're wearing spats with no shorts. So then I started wearing short spats. Like I
like it.
I just like people need to understand who I am as a person. I have a really thick skin. You can say anything to me and I don't give a fuck. I'll double down on the shit people don't like. So I started wearing tie-dye
oh my gosh,
short tight spats. I fucking love it. I love the hate. I was translating some of these comments from like Portuguese. Like one, my favorite, and I always laughed. After I translated it, it was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu isn't a fashion show, you motherfucker. And I laughed my head off. Great. So the videos just kept going viral, and then like BJJ Empire, BJJ Mojo, they were the big pages, and even Leg Locker, they just started sharing all my videos. And then before I knew it, I had like 2,000, 3,000 followers, and then 10,000, and then it's like, this is just fucking crazy. Like,
wow.
So it was just an accident, man. I was just trying to put videos out for my students, and then I ended up gaining a whole bunch of other students, and I'm very happy, and I'm thankful that I can help that many people, because like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to teach Gordon Ryan anything. I'm trying to teach Joe the dentist how to tap out Paul the accountant. Like they're my target audience. They're the guys, because you think about it, they're the guys that are doing jiu-jitsu for like the reasons that I love jiu-jitsu, like to decompress, like I overwork. I want to go strangle my buddy Keenan. Like that makes me happy. Right. So like, that's my target audience. And I know it's my target audience. I will never teach Oliver Taz a thing. That dude comes to my club and he makes me feel like a fucking white belt. But I'll tell you, I'll be able to teach friends of his that just started jiu-jitsu and they'll look up to me like a coach. And that's a success for me because I just want to help Joe the dentist tap out Pam the accountant on Tuesday night at their jiu-jitsu class. And that's like a fucking mega win for me.
I appreciate you for that.
I tell a lot of people, I've said this a lot on the show throughout the years, is are more of us than there are of them.
Yes.
There are more people that do this as a hobby, as stress relief, as therapy, than there are of people who are going to compete or ever take this to a higher level and be on Fight to Wins or ADCC.
Like, I need this. I know you guys need this, like with the podcast and everything. Like you know, this is what jiu-jitsu has done for us, right? Like, and if I can give this and share this with other people and everyone that I talk into jiu-jitsu, I'm like freeing them, man. Like they're going to wake up sore and happy, and it's going to be a happiness that they've never felt before. And I know it's not for everybody, but it's for most people, right? And like, let's say we all had different political views, us three, we go on the mats, we're best friends.
Never talk about it.
Right? Like, dude, I wear a PPC party. Like I'm a People's Party of Canada. I love Max and Bernier, Mad Max. But like my students are fucking orange and red. And even though they're stupid, I still love them. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I don't know who I get the diss. I don't know who any of those people or any of those colors are.
I know about the different.
I don't know anything about Canadian politics.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Our prime minister is the biggest piece of trash. Like,
is he from Nova Scotia?
Is he? Probably is.
I know it.
You know, it wouldn't shock me.
He needs to cross that causeway, you know?
I like that you're listening to me, man. I appreciate you.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to shout out some sponsors, all right? So just give us a second. Don't go anywhere, Kent.
I had a problem. I used to take my DD214 and make photocopies and staple them to my shirt. And then I found out there's this company out there, DD214, that makes fight wear. And boy, let me tell you, at DD214 _ fightwear has amazing gear. I love it. We got some here. Can't wait to show y'all.
Right here, brother. These are all for you. We were gone for a little bit and we were out, so
bro,
I got this.
DD214 hooked us up real big.
I'm honored to say that I got this for 100% off.
I wear so much DD214. I do. I wear everything I got.
I've been seeing your stuff online.
It's actually good material. I really love my DD214 shirt, and it's good material. Can't wait to wear it. I'm a proud owner of a DD214.
A real DD214.
A real one. I used to photocopy it, staple it to my shirt. It kind of got in the way. Staples get loose, you know? But
nipples.
I know not everybody could get the 100% off, but they have a 15% off with your online order at DD214BJJ.com with the code JJD. Just remember, y'all, JJD works. It's like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah, it works everywhere.
Yeah, it's good.
So, okay, look, I had a bunch of stuff from you that the crew over at DD214 sent us. So you got the
I love their shirts.
Cool. Yeah, I do. I wear their shirts all the time.
It's really good material.
I got the hoodie.
Now, I don't know if this one's going to fit you. Mm-hmm. This is, I think it runs a little small. This is an XL.
I'll lose weight.
I think I got the double XL green. I've worn them. Fits me good. But it's got the
Schwartz.
It's got the no.
I just got the spats underneath.
Stop moving your arm
so
like that.
Really
dude.
cool. If you don't, if they don't fit,
they'll fit.
I want you to promise to give them to somebody, to a veteran, somebody that you've trained with that serve.
I feel you. I
now your junk is going to be. You're going to have to try it on. Your junk's going to be in there.
No, I'm going to wear spats.
Duct tape.
I'm going to wear spats and then put these on as a test trial.
If you have to give those to somebody else, I want your bare nuts to have been in them and then give them to that person.
Okay, I'll do that.
And let him know that your bare nuts were in there.
Oh, this is getting weird. This is so weird.
It's going to fit.
It was I liked them a lot.
Yeah.
It was very, I always wear 2 pair of not nogi, like 2 pair of underwear, but like the spandexy like underwear. Reeboks.
Underwear?
I use
boxer
Reeboks,
briefs
right?
is what they're
boxer
called.
Briefs. Jesus, I can't get words out. So I wear 2. Keep the guys snug.
Dude, I'm stoked about these.
I
suck at nogi, but I'm gonna look good.
I didn't have to wear anything under those. And it gave me it kept the junk tight.
I gotcha.
I don't like my.
They thought about it.
You like a ball bag hit.
Hey, let me just tell you,
the worst thing is if you got some movement and somebody gives you a nice knee in the nut. Like they need to be tucked in.
Yeah, I feel you.
So those were awesome. First time I've ever. What do they call those? Like silkies, right? Those.
No, they got to be much shorter.
And this part's the silkies. No, I'm saying DD214 calls them silkies.
Yeah, silkies is one name for them. Ranger panties.
You don't want to dangler.
Is what most people call them. For real, yeah.
You don't want to.
I got one more for you now.
Nah, that's not for me.
Okay, I'm going to give this. So I have my superstition.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait one second. I like that. So my superstition, I actually had this happen. I bought a Fight Back CBD rash guard when I was a purple belt.
Yeah.
I bought the purple.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm getting my brown belt soon, so let me buy the brown and I'll just leave it in the closet. Yeah. And then I blew out my knee.
Yep.
And I swear
man?
it was because of that.
Don't give me that.
I'm not kidding. I'm going to give
I'm
going to
find somebody. Yeah.
I want you to give it to somebody you train with who has served. So you can appreciate it. Who is a purple belt.
I know. I have to find a Cinderella. I know. Okay. I've been thinking about this.
If not, you hold it.
Until the day
that blue belt is going to turn purple.
Yeah.
This one
you better keep
probably
training.
Could fit me. This is a good. I'm an XL or a double XL and stuff. So this one would fit me. So you got to know that it's going to probably have to.
All right,
watch your mic.
So I want you to give that away. I want you to give that away.
Check
and
again,
got to be a veteran.
I don't know if y'all know this, but
like
a map is a graphical representation of the Earth as seen from above.
Topographic.
And then there you go. You have some topo lines right here showing you elevation.
There you go.
You got to know your ridges and stuff.
Right there.
One other thing about DD214 real quick. We just did a giveaway. Thank you so much to Josh and Mike. To Josh and Milt. There's Milton over there. Josh and Milt.
It's a good name.
We did a giveaway of 22 pieces. We wound up giving away 16 because like the entries, like people didn't like necessarily all like enter correctly. Yeah. So we wound up giving 2 pieces away to 8 winners. It was 16 pieces. So they got hoodies. Mm-hmm. They got hoodie and t-shirts. It was hoodies and t-shirts. So I've got a hoodie for you that I don't have here. Sweet. I'm going to give you a hoodie.
I love hoodies.
I'll let you pick either red or green. It's got like the military green.
I think I want the red one because it matches this hat. I think I've seen
very
it.
red.
It's very red.
It's more red.
Okay,
more
gotcha.
So anyway, but I'm gonna bring that next episode and I'll give that to you. But thank you to DD214 for doing that. We ran that for 2 weeks in December, like right up to the end of the year. So it was really cool. Everybody's been super happy. Even Alex from the gym, little Alex.
Yeah, he's not very little anymore.
Yeah, dude, he's like.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
getting scary.
I love it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, man,
I stay away from him.
Hey, he's coming. Yeah. He's always been dangerous.
But what does this mean? I've never seen you do this before.
It's a variably sized fish that I caught. That gets longer and shorter.
Am I too far from the mic, or am I?
No.
Or am I getting too close?
I'm thinking.
Oh, time wise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we don't.
We want to talk about DD214.
We're on break.
14.
That's true. I forgot.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they did that giveaway. Thank you so much. Right now, we're doing a giveaway with Flow and Roll.
Sure.
We started out doing. By the time this airs, it would have been awarded. We're going to award it on the 19th. Today is the 13th.
Yep.
By the time this come out, it's either going to be that day or the
Should
day
we
before.
time travel real quick and congratulate?
No. It was a $200 giveaway. We've already started announcing they upped it to $500. So we're going to have one winner.
Cool.
Win $500. A $500
technically, when you see this,
code.
there'll be a winner.
Yeah, to Flow and Roll. So thank you guys for doing that. And go ahead, take it away.
Oh man. Big thank you. And I love this name. Feito IT and AV, who specializes in commercial and residential automation, security cameras, and CCTV. Check them out at feitoav.com and let them know the dummy sent you.
Feito ITAV.
Yeah, protect your gyms, protect your house.
How did he do it?
Feito AV. It's
Feito IT
and AV.
Is it IT AV?
Yeah, it's IT and AV.
Jesus.
IT and AV, yeah. Information technologies.
You're confusing me.
And audio visual.
Okay.
That's what it stands for, yeah.
I'll do the last shout out. Shout out to the Troop Welfare Foundation. We were going to have Christopher on. He's got COVID, so we're gonna wait to the next episode. They are a veteran nonprofit dedicated to helping veterans find outlets to cope with PTSD, depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues through martial arts, physical training, and recreational activities. All right, so check them out on Instagram at Troop Welfare Foundation and the website troopwelfarefoundation.org. All right, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share wherever you're watching or listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to, you did it too early, click the bell, and you'll get alerts and notifications each time we launch a new video. Now let's hurry up and get back to the show.
Hey.
Special thanks to Fightback CBD for their support. Head over to their website, fightbackcbd.com, and check out their growing line of CBD products. Find the best solution for your CBD needs and use code JJD to get 20% off your purchase. Stay in touch with them on Instagram at FightbackCBD and tell them the Dummies sent you. Special thanks to our newest sponsor, George Hernandez Claims Adjuster. Have you experienced damage to your residential or commercial property in the state of Florida? Water, flood, fire, mold, storms, smoke, hurricane and wind, lightning, business interruption, theft and vandalism, sinkholes? Don't get stressed out dealing with your insurance provider. Call George Hernandez today. Let the professionals get you the most compensation possible. Visit hernandezclaims.com or call 305-712-6751 to get help now. And stay in touch with them on Instagram at Hernandez Claims.
All right, guys, we're back. All right, I have a question for you, Kent.
I missed you guys. I just want you to know that.
Yeah. I want to know about the hoodie in the gi.
Oh,
how did that start?
No, this is a good one.
You've made that like famous.
I was fat. I was really fat.
And like, it's so weird because I actually used to see people do this all the time back when I trained in judo. In judo competitions, people would put their hoodie on, throw their gi on over it, and they would stay on the sidelines warming up for their judo matches. So I actually never thought it was weird, but I tore my AC joint. I was doing a standing cross collar choke, and the guy was sitting and he ripped back as hard as he could. And my shoulder, like my hands were stuck in his gi. So my shoulder hit the ground and my AC joint just completely tore out. So like it's not connected. My collarbone just free floats.
My buddy has
that. After it sucks.
I know.
After the doctor told me there was nothing that they could do, I just put a t-shirt on, put a rash guard on, put a hoodie on, put a gi on, and I went back to training the next day. So like my arm didn't really work. But I figure if I just keep the whole area warm, it'll heal. And then by the time it finally healed, the hoodie was a fucking habit.
Yeah. So you're also weird. Wolverine?
Dude, I got this gnarly lump. It'd be hard to show you right now, but I got this gnarly lump on my shoulder.
There's a ligament there that doesn't do shit. It's cosmetic, and that's what happened to my buddy. It'll always stick up until you get a cosmetic surgery that reattaches that ligament.
They won't do that. Free healthcare.
Yeah, my buddy was catching a football. We were in Iraq, and actually he's moving to town. I'm super excited. Shout out to Eddie, and he was catching a football, and he was like a heroic catch, like for no reason, dude. There's like a pickup game in a 100-degree desert. He went for it. He highlight reeled. He got this thing, and he stood up, and we were all like, "Whoa!" This thing was like up here.
So it was never something that was super thought out. Like you weren't trying to make a fashion statement. It just became a thing.
This is what I'm telling you guys. I don't fucking plan anything.
That's how I'm living my life.
I just put it out there in the universe, and it fucking works or it doesn't.
When I would see you, I would be like, "Oh, it must be really cold in this gym." That was it. It was just like, "Wow, it must be really cold."
You know
there.
the weird part about it now? Now my class, like I'll have 35, 40 people on the mat, and like more than half are wearing a hoodie. And we just had this new dude join. He came down from BC, and he came in, and without anybody mentioning anything, he was like, "Should I be wearing a hoodie?"
Oh, nice. You can't wear a hoodie.
Come here. This is my little girl.
Hey, how you doing? Where's your hoodie?
Where's your hoodie?
So I want to go back a little bit. Let's talk about the, you coming up. You said you only had an instructor for about 3 months. How did that work for you? I'm sure that have you had issues of getting people to promote you? Like, how did that whole thing work?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you've only been, I'm sure people are interested.
So I got really lucky in the sense where I ended up with a really good coach. And I won't go into detail on how we fell apart near the end, but it was just senseless. So at the beginning, I was just, me and some of my friends, we had a cardboard mat. We would put it out in the backyard. We would put it in my garage and we would just roll on it. And it would be any friend I could get. Like I'd be messaging people, be like, hey man, just come up, let me rep like 50 techniques. That's it. Just 50. I was like begging people. And I have this big journal. I was writing everything out. I had every class recorded. So when I was finally training up in Fort McMurray, I was training under a guy named Mike King, and he was Gracie Baja. And he gave me my blue belt on December 10th, 2009, because he knew I was moving home. Like I flew home that night. So I think he did it more of like, I know you're not coming back. I know this is going to be a hard journey for you. And he gave me my blue belt. And I was ready. I was tapping out blue belts. Everything was legit. It wasn't like that much of a gift. But I knew it was very sentimental because he did it because I was leaving, right? And when I came home, I messaged two different people. One was a Gracie Baja gym and one was Scott McLean. And the Gracie Baja guy was very vague. And Scott McLean was like, hey, man, come on up for the weekend. I drink double from Timmy's. And I liked it. I liked the way he said it. I liked the way. And so me and him got together and we just vibed. We just got along. Every time I'd drive. So he was 5 hours away from me. So every time I'd drive up there, he'd just let me stay at his place. We'd be up late, like 2:00 in the morning, watching fucking breakdowns of jiu-jitsu. We just got along really well. So he was under Hobson Mora at the time. Or no, he was under George Urgell at the time. And then his affiliation changed to Hobson Mora. And then that affiliation changed to Novu now. So my blue belt was Gracie Baja. My purple was Hobson Mora himself. And then my brown belt was Wendell Alexander, the head of Novu now. He actually did a seminar at my gym. And I was with Scott that whole time. And then me and Scott, we didn't really see eye to eye on a few things. And I went in a different direction. So I was getting Jake McKenzie to my gym. He came once a year, every year for 10 years. He'd come and do a seminar here. And I just said, like, listen, I'm just looking for a change. I need a little more freedom. Like there were certain things that I wanted to do that I couldn't. And Jake was like, honestly, man, like, I know you're doing a good thing there. I know everything's, like you have, dude, I've had champions in MMA come out of my gym. I've had guys go to Montreal Open, win gold. We've had like open weight. One of my purple belts won 2 open weight, open belt kumites in a row, tapping out black belts. And like, I got a good gym, right? So Jake came and I joined his affiliation. So now I'm GFT. And, it sucks because it's not fun leaving someone that you're that close with, someone that I went on that far of a journey with, because I still to this day, I will not say a bad word about that guy. I love him. It just, things change, So right now I'm a black belt under Jake McKenzie. And I think that's amazing because I've rolled with Jake. He's seen my progression all the way up to black. So it was difficult for sure, but like again with the universe, right? Everything.
Yeah, man. No plan.
No plans, and everything came up in Millhouse.
Loose plans.
So I've heard you talk a little bit about you also coached some MMA fighters, right? Didn't you? Yeah. You corner or to tell us a little bit about that part of your journey.
It's weird. I had this guy named Tyler Reed. He joined my gym and we only did gi. I fucking hate no gi. Well, I did. I hated no gi.
There goes my last question.
No. Listen, now I pretty much only do no gi, but I started where I hated no gi. I just did gi from the beginning, and Tyler wouldn't wear a fucking gi. This guy, he's like, no, man, I'm going to fight MMA. And he had trained with GSP. Like he had went up to Montreal and he trained at TriStar. So he's like, I'm going to fight MMA. I'm not wearing a gi. And we became best friends. We still talk all the time, but he made me do it. He was like, Kent, I'm going to fight MMA. I need you to come with me. So we travel up to Halifax. We traveled a month and we travel all these places. And he went 8-0 before he finally gave up MMA, because realistically, man, like with some jobs, like let's say you're in a trade, it's like, that's apprentice, journeyman, Red Seal. Well, with this, it's like you're a bouncer. You make the MMA or you don't, and unfortunately where we live, we're so far away from everything that it just didn't work out. But he was, by the end of it, he was a fucking 170 champ of 2 different organizations. And then I had another guy, he was a 135 champ of the ECC, which is the Halifax organization. And he went like 5-1 before he finally gave it up because, dude, it's hard being a struggling MMA guy, especially in a small place like this. Like if either of them with their talent and their work ethic would have lived somewhere where there was more organizations, both of them would be well-known names right now. But they just got fucked by geography, right?
Yep. Yeah. Happens that way. You can't choose your
So now
sometimes.
I don't do as much MMA anymore because I spent so much of my time and my love and my energy with these guys that like we were like brothers, right? And then when they lose the love of it, it feels like a breakup for me. And that's gay as hell, but it sucked. It hurt, right? So, you know, I know that's weird, but like it happens. You get this big bond where like you're traveling with these people constantly. You're with them every day, and then they decide to make a change in their life, and you lose them from your life. So MMA, I never made much money off it. Where jiu-jitsu's been good to me. So I tend to stick with just the jiu-jitsu now, even though I got a whole new crop of people that are like, hey man, I'm going to book a fight. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
Yeah. You want to be there for them, right?
You know, it's
and I'm going to, because I'm so lucky. I have such amazing guys that, you know, it is what it is. Like the guy that I was talking about, actually, his name's Drake Farrell. He was one of my purple belt. Well, he's a brown belt now, but he competed in, we have this thing called the Kumite where it's open weight, open everything. And he went in as a purple belt and he tapped out like 2 black belts, ended up winning it. And then he did it again. And for anybody who thought it was a fluke, he fucking beat a UFC fighter and tapped out another 2 black belts. So it was like,
what do you tell you guys? What do you tell you youngsters that come in? Because I'm sure it happens where somebody says, yeah, I want to be in the UFC one day. What are you telling those guys?
Fuck, buddy, you're going to be poor.
Yeah.
Start saving
you gotta love it. You gotta love it, and you gotta be hungry.
You have to love it. That's like the way that conversation always goes is I will 100% support you till the end, but you are going to struggle, and it's going to be hard on you. It's going to be hard on your family. If you end up with a girl, she's going to be telling you that it's not a good idea, depending on what girl you get, because you're going to be giving up good job opportunities to try to make this work, and it's going to be tough. And I mean, it's hard for me to watch sometimes because some of these guys they're fucked by geography. Like it is what it is. If they were anywhere else in the fucking world, man, like we're kind of screwed here.
Yeah, like Florida's like a dime a dozen. We're like the land of plenty down here.
You could come here. You could go to Henry Hoof's. You know,
Top Team,
American Top
Creek,
Team. You know. There's just so many ATT.
Crazy.
You got big GFT schools down here that also do MMA. Yeah. You got like the Goat Shed. You got
those guys.
My back hurts when I watch those videos.
Yeah, dude.
Do you see those Goat Shed guys down here?
There.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you know Goat Shed down here? Do you follow them online?
Yeah. I'm friends with Awesome. I like them.
Okay, yeah. Their shit is crazy.
Yeah, but they go hard on the paint.
They put out some good fight. A lot of people won't like show their fighters fighting or sparring that hard.
Yeah,
because especially if they want to be fighters, they don't want to like see them get knocked out or them getting knocked out.
Those hard rounds are happening, man. Whether you like it or not.
They're crazy over there.
Sometimes you get the luck of the draw and you get one of those with like Joe the accountant. Feels like feisty that day. And you're like, oh man, I've been waiting for this.
When I saw the first video of them, what's his name? Who's the owner over there again?
Awesome.
Yeah. The first video when he opened up, do you know what the first video was?
No.
When he opened up, or at least one of his first, was like a very produced, it looked like almost like a rap video.
Yeah.
And there was like a big a drum.
Yeah.
Like an oil drum with a fire.
Yeah.
And he throws his Valente Brothers gi into the fire. That was like I don't want to call it his announcement, but that was like the first video I saw when he was opening up Goat Shed.
Man,
it was fucking crazy.
That was his coming out party.
Yeah. Awesome. And then we had Freddie Trillo, who I know goes there once in a while, and I asked him about it, and he was just like, "Well, I'm not."
It's like Fight Club.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was crazy. But I get whatever happened. He left his affiliation.
All I know is whatever.
His own thing.
If they don't, okay, so like they're putting out stuff that they're like, yeah, this is wild, but we could put it out. Think about like the stuff you don't see.
Yeah,
I watched a couple of their videos, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm really scared.
It's okay to be, dude. Yeah.
I'm afraid.
The last time I did stand-up sparring, I had concussion-like symptoms for fucking 3 months. I'll never do it again. I made a conscious decision that day. I will never take another voluntary punch to the head. Now, I'm not saying I'm never going to get punched in the head again.
It happens.
For whatever reason, people enjoy punching me, but I will never voluntarily get punched in the head again.
I get kneed a lot.
You're very needed.
Yeah. I get a black eye all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can go for an Asian guy. You can go for somebody else.
No, I usually always have a black eye. I think it's because it's the same thing. I still haven't. I'm starting to get away from the lockdown. It's still with me. I use it more as a if I'm there position now, but I do play a lot of like De La Riva, reverse De La Riva, and people like to take it to the other side, and then they like bringing the lead leg forward. And then I immediately lean into it, so I get under their leg, and then their knee hits my face. But it's because it's like I'm doing it to me, you know.
I got one student, and it's the same guy both times. Actually, can you see the little mark?
Yeah.
Mark.
So this just happened 2 days ago. He fucking heel kicked me in the face while I was going for a heel hook, and he's the same guy. The reason that mark came out so bad is he fucking broke my nose a few years ago doing an Imanari roll. He just fucking kicked me right in the fucking face.
Imanari.
Hard as he could.
What, did he keep his legs up in the air?
Dude, he just spun, and I was like lowering down because I was trying to pass.
Yeah.
And he spun at the same time I was lowering down, and just his spin just kicked me right in the face.
Damn.
I'll never forgive him for it.
It was a physical representation of Disney March 3rd.
Is there a lot of
I heard,
competition nearby?
I can only take so much of that.
I thought you had thick skin, man. Come on.
Yeah, no, not with Disney.
Yeah, quarter inch beads, no pits in Alberta. Don't get eaten by bears. You're tough, dude. Probably an oil rig.
Do your guys get a lot of competing in up there, or do you have? Again, you're in a small place, but are you able to get out to competitions?
Yeah, the guys go up a lot. Like we can travel 5 hours. We got lucky. There's a dude. He started the submission series, and it's only 3 hours away. And he puts on a lot of shows. His name's Cat Clark. He's a good dude. I actually did the first submission series when it opened. Do you guys know Gavin Tucker, UFC fighter now? He's over this way.
I've heard of the name, yeah.
Yeah, so I did my first match. I only did gi until him, and I agreed to do a no-gi match with him, and he fucking killed me. And it made me fall in love with no-gi. So since then, I've been doing pretty much predominantly no-gi, and it exposed my horrible cardio.
Yeah.
So now I can roll for like 2 hours straight. I thank him every day, and I don't know if he knows it, but he's one of my heroes just because of that match. Like it made me really, I felt like I was such a lazy grappler after that he completely changed my game. So luckily we can travel up 3 hours and he puts on a lot of shows per year, and then 5 hours away and 7 hours away, there's a few shows, but not as much as we wish there was. Like they're really, it's not like other places.
I can't keep track of it down here. Like there's a fight to win down here in Miami tomorrow.
There's another UFC fight this weekend. And then,
I can't even watch this. It's too much to even I can't even keep up with stuff.
At least you don't have to wear snowshoes.
It's a different problem. Hey, I am noticing a pattern with you, by the way. It's like when things are miserable or against you in any kind of way, you seem to like just turn it into something good. So
shines.
I try, right? Like
it's like
I thought about starting my own competitions just to make that work, but it's difficult because like getting people to come here unless it's summer. Right? Like in the summer, dude, Cape Breton's fucking awesome. We got beaches everywhere. We got a giant
It's an island
that plays fiddle music 24 hours a day.
Nice.
Like, yeah, dude, this place is fucking fantastic.
I want to go
in
to 24.
Summer.
I think I could do 24 hours of metal. For sure.
Are there any other jiu-jitsu or even martial arts gyms in your area or a town?
There's 2 other clubs in the local area, but none of them are really that friendly with me.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I like me. If I wasn't me, I'd be friends with me.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Who knows?
How does the whole is your judo journey right in line with the jiu-jitsu journey? Like, were they separate? Did you belt at the same time?
No, they were pretty much the same time. because I was trying to get as much grappling in as possible. So when I went with the judo, I was only a green belt when I got my blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So like, it wasn't like I was a black belt walking in and I got my blue belt because of the judo. I kind of did them along the same road. So judo is just, it's a lot harder on the body. And with my back injury, my 2 bad knees, now my shoulder, my neck, and all the other stupid things I do to myself, it's a lot harder to do stand up as much, even though like I love judo. We have a really good wrestling coach. I love wrestling. It's hard to do a lot of, but jiu-jitsu, like I can roll for hours, right?
Yeah. More control, like especially when I come back from like a COVID or something, my cardio is always going to suck if I'm out for more than a week, and then but I can control the pace.
Yeah.
So
if you're better than the person you're rolling.
Well, that's where the lockdown comes into play. That's where the lockdown comes, because I can get somebody that can kick my ass, and if I can catch them in that lockdown, I'm controlling the pace, even though they can probably still tap me or they'll get out of it, but I can try to control the pace.
Yeah.
So pull guard.
I hate lockdown so much.
Oh God, that's my go-to.
Bread and butter.
My coach. That's his thing.
If you watch any of his matches, it's like, dude, one of his fight to wins, he put this guy in a lockdown and he was like trying to turn him over, and it was a fight to win, so it's not like points mattered, And he goes, "Are you okay?" After he cranked on his knee trying to turn him over, and the guy fought for no reason, just turn over, and then he looks at him. You see Felipe look at the guy, and he's like, "Are you sure?"
He felt it pop. He's like,
"Are you
felt
sure,
it pop.
bro?"
Oh.
Yeah. And then he freaking just went wagala, bro. Like, and what he,
I've been there. I blew out my knee. That's the exact position. I blew out my knee with my coach.
Like to me, that move is like a tool that I use, But like for him, that thing is a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
dude, and he knows it's a sledge. It's like if a sniper rifle shot a sledgehammer. It's like extremely precise. He knows exactly what he's doing with it. Yeah. Constantly evolving. It's not like like when I do it, it's like playing with that dude from Takken. You just hit all the buttons and he does capoeira.
Yeah.
When he does it,
Well, where everybody's knee pops out is once you learn how to let go of the lockdown and then kind of scoop the leg and bring it. Yeah. Bring it to the outside. That's where the pop happens. I don't do that. If I do it, I will stop if the guy's not going to let me sweep him. Yeah. Like if he's going to really fight it, I'm just like, I know it's going to pop.
Is it the one where you get to the outside of the leg and you have their foot near the back of your knee, and then you're kind of like hipping towards it and they're going backwards?
So if you're just full lockdown,
let's get on the tables.
Let the lockdown go, and you take the outside leg, and you're now scooping. You're scooping their leg to the outside. It's that you can't see my leg here, but the outside leg winds up like if my lockdown's on this side, my outside leg comes to the inside and just pulls his leg out, and we're going to sweep that. I'm going to sweep him that way.
Yeah.
To the same side as the lockdown
their
side.
Their knee is going in and their foot is going out.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. And if you don't let him sweep you,
hip Kimura.
You blow your knee.
Yeah.
Jake McKenzie actually does that to me every time we roll. So I started doing it, and I have to do it to my students slow, because even if you don't know that you're like fighting against it, you can blow your own knee. It's crazy.
Yeah. I got up after I blew out my knee. I got up. I heard it pop. I'm not going to blame. Well, I won't go into the details of what happened, but he was just like, "Are you okay?" He did what he did in that fight.
I told you, man.
Are you all right? But now, the disrespect that I was showing him, because I'm 50, 60 pounds heavier than him. Yeah. I was laying across him with a cross collar choke, but like I was cranking it across his face.
Yeah.
And he couldn't sweep me with it. He did that, and he goes, "Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you sure?" Pop. So I was, he's my professor, and I was like cranking across his face. So I'll give him that one. But yeah, I know not to do it. I know not to do it.
Wrong tree.
I know if I go to a certain point, they're not going. If I continue, the knee's going to pop. So I like to know that I have it there. And if I was in any other situation, I would continue to go and, and he would have to go with it or pop.
We had a guy visiting our club once, and I wish I would have seen this, because I could have stopped this, right? So have you ever seen anybody take mount and grapevine the legs?
Yes.
Ugh, I fucking hate that.
that's like a kind of normal thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but not at my club, because I know that your feet can get stuck. And I tell everybody, like, I don't let my students do grapevine from mount. I think it's stupid because of this. So this dude comes in, and great dude, purple belt from another place. I actually like him. I still talk to him. And he goes into grapevine, and my student just flattened both of his legs really hard, like just to try to pop the hooks. But the hooks was basically like two heel hooks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if when you mount somebody, usually their knees are up, and when you do that, you're able to get your hooks in way before it passes your knee tension. So when they straighten their legs, it hyperextends your knees and puts all the pressure on your ankles because it's further than you can stretch.
He blew both of his ACLs, tore both of his ACLs, right? Both. Like I've never seen the snap. Almost made me throw up. He tore both ACLs in that same second.
Yeah.
Like that to me, like that was unfathomable. Like how the fuck does that even happen?
Who was the coach that used to give everybody a nickname? Big dude?
Oh, Aaron?
No, bigger.
Way bigger? I don't know.
Man,
I wasn't there for way bigger.
We had a coach for a little while who would do that. He would, especially if you were, I wasn't bigger than him, but he was bigger than me.
Yeah.
And he would do it on the big guys, and he would grapevine, but he would do it so slowly, like to be nice to you. But it would always, I would always, oh fuck, I don't even know what's happening here.
Yeah,
and he'd get the tap every time.
The guy on top, like the guy in mount, got
the guy on top is the one. It's almost like it would be like you know when people hold on to the guillotine too much and then they get Van Fluked?
And they get Van Fluked. Yeah.
It's like exactly your knees getting, it's the knee Van Fluked.
The guy on top gets his knees blown out?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes, it's because their knees are bent, so their hook is too high.
Okay, I got
you. So therefore, when they were to elongate, it would be further than what their leg could normally stretch. So the first thing is it hyperextends your knees and it turns your ankles away. So now you have lateral rotation plus extension, which is an ACL.
Stuck. Like you're stuck there. He blew both his ACLs. I don't even know if he's okay. See, I know
I've heard one ACL snap before, and it was high school wrestling, and it was this Swedish student that was like a visiting or something like that, and he was like a black belt judo guy, and he's like, no, I don't want to wear wrestling shoes, and like his foot got stuck on the mat or something like that, and it just, dude, I know the sound you're talking about. It's like a fishing line snapping. It's so hard,
man, right? It's something special. Like when I tore my AC joint, it sounded like Velcro ripping, and the ACLs were worse than that. Oh, did I lose you guys?
No, we can see you. Now we did.
Okay, I can't see you.
It popped off for a second. You see us?
No, he says he doesn't see us.
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, we can see you fine. We can see and hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, so when my AC went, it sounded like Velcro ripping. And I got up. I have paramedics in my class, and I was like, guys, can you guys pop this back in? I was trying to I thought it was just like one of those separations that people talk about in movies. Like I wanted to be like Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon, but it wasn't the case.
My first, we spoke the other day through chat, and you said, "Hey, how come you didn't tell me that you popped out right?"
Oh man,
I didn't even. I screwed up somebody's knee the other day, and it wasn't with the lockdown. It was just a what do they call it? What does he call it? Not Superman pass.
You were doing an arm drag?
No, he was. I was on top.
Oh, the butterflies.
No, he was legs on my shoulders.
Okay.
I come across.
Oh, you're coming over. You get grab the lapel. Call it? I
grab his lapel.
Yeah.
And just kind of just squish his legs.
Yeah, you're throwing
past.
the leg by.
And
you're cooking them.
I've done it a million times. Just give him the shoulder shrug and try to pass, get side control, and pop.
Wow.
And I heard that shit, and I was like, I felt mine. I don't remember hearing mine, but I heard that because it was right. It's up here. By
it was
my
right
head.
on your ear.
There,
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, I felt really, really, really bad. Punch pass.
That's
punch pass.
Sure.
Punch pass. Felipe calls it a punch pass. Yeah, man. So
it doesn't feel good when you do it to somebody.
Again?
No.
You're good. Do you see us? You don't see us?
I still don't see
Is your camera on?
Yeah. No. It's up there. We can.
No, I meant did you turn your video off?
Okay. We don't have to worry about it. We're gonna start. We see you fine. You're good. So don't worry. Don't worry. All right, listen, we're gonna go through our speed round. We got a little just kind of questions that we ask a lot of our guests. It's usually
but
kind of.
There's no way I can lose this, right? Like you guys got this rigged, so I'll win no matter what. Right?
Correct.
No, you're gonna. No. You could absolutely lose.
You can't trust us.
Okay.
So you answered this one before. So one of our speed round questions: gi or no gi? What's your preference?
No gi.
No gi. Takedown or pull guard?
Oh. Full guard because of injuries.
And then I had judo or BJJ, which you kind of answered as well.
BJJ.
Jiu-jitsu.
So favorite competitor to watch?
Oh, no.
It's a tough one.
Probably Ryan Hall videos.
Okay, there you go. I was going to say go to videos if it's not like a competitor, but okay. So
but even Ryan Hall's competition videos.
Yeah.
I love watching Ryan Hall.
I knew who he was, and then one day Sophia had his wife Jen Hall come in, and she did a little 2-hour seminar.
They were training together for an IBJJF competition.
That was way back. Were you training with us already? You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, she did some advanced stuff. I
think she had a black eye.
Did she?
Yeah, they apparently like the story is that Sophia and Jen give each other black eyes every time they like trade. It's like Beer Fest where that guy just has a black eye throughout the whole movie. To remember,
she came with some
Lantho.
real advanced stuff, and I'm always like, it was. I call it like it's just not big guy. In my mind, it was not big guy stuff.
Yeah,
I've kind of got rid of that mindset. I'm like, I'll try anything now. But at that time, I was just like, I don't roll like this, like putting my leg through, rolling somebody over the like. It was just some crazy shit. But it was just like,
it's
wow,
effective.
She
if
was.
You could do it.
She was amazing. And I knew who he was. I think from the UFC. I don't know if I think he had already been on the show.
Oh yeah. He had just come off a win. Actually,
but I didn't know who she was right then. And then Jen Hall. Oh, Hall. Wait. Put it all together. And then I was like, oh,
I recognized her. I recognized her from the restaurant video.
What's that?
Where this drunk guy's picking a fight with Ryan Hall at the restaurant. And it's like, I love watching train wrecks. So,
and he gets the guy in like the full mount.
That was a train.
Oh yeah. And he was putting his hand up, and like everybody was like, "Oh, get off!" He's like, "It's okay. He's not gonna get hurt. Yeah. My food's getting cold."
He's incredible to watch, man. Just fun to watch him.
Oh, dude, in the UFC, it was even like super fun to watch him. Like come in, nobody knew what they were dealing with, get completely worked. They weren't expecting those lazy kicks that he throws that gets people, and then people started kind of figuring him out. And then
Did he lose his last two?
No, he won his last one by decision. But the one before that, he was Imanari rolling into everything. I'm not sure what was going on, like conditioning or whatnot, because I watch him. So like he didn't really look like himself. And he kept like doing the same thing. The guy figured it out because it's an elite competition. Yeah. And he lost. But he corrected it by the next fight. And he was able to avoid putting himself in compromised positions while still achieving the leg entries. Yeah. So it's like he didn't go away from his game. He fixed his game to fix what they fixed in his game.
Cool.
It was
how
nice.
It should be. That's the evolution. Right?
All right, next question is, what is your ultimate goal in the world of, we'll say, martial arts, since you have 2 belts, since you're in 2 disciplines? What's your ultimate goal in this whole thing?
To be rich and act like I don't know nobody.
I like that.
Honesty.
Brutal.
Okay, I'll stick with that.
Yeah, go for it, man.
No, that's a good answer. Because nobody's answered it like
brutal
that.
In a good way.
So, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in your gym or on the mats training?
Oh shit! I was. We had a visiting brown belt, and right now my guy Keenan, he's a black belt. He was only a white belt, and he was only like, 2 weeks in, and he must have watched that Majid Hage guy do the baseball bat show. So we had a visiting brown belt, and they were rolling, and Keenan put him completely to sleep with it. And I was walking past, and the brown belt's like dead, like he's dead on the ground, like just not moving, like cold, no snoring, nothing. Dead, right? And Keenan, like, I don't know him yet, and he's like, Kent. I'm like, what? He's like, Kent, what do I do? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you do? Fucking roll. He's like, no, this guy. and then it clued in, like, because I never would have thought that he'd put this brown belt to sleep. Dude's like pissed himself on the ground, and he's so like calm about it. He's like, should I do something?
Yeah,
that was fucking. I'll never forget. That was the fucking funniest thing, and that dude never came back.
I wouldn't either.
I think I saw one of you. Did you have that kid teach that baseball bat choke in one of your YouTube videos recently? I saw that.
Yeah, because he's a black belt now, and he's been doing that choke steady since then.
Yeah.
It works.
I love that. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites from Side Control is to get that baseball bat choke.
One of my favorites is getting the hell out of Side Control. That shit feels better than a tap sometimes.
My whole club was doing it. Like everybody, it was getting really popular at my club, and I was priding myself on not getting caught with it. So I would brag, like, none of you fuckers are ever going to get me with that. That's a stupid technique. But they taught it to me right before I went up for an IBJJF competition, and I was in the gold medal match. I was against this wrestler from Maine, and it was like 2-2, one advantage each, and I just got swept by him. So he just got it to 2-2. So I just learned this fucking choke. So I slipped one hand in the collar, flipped the other hand in the collar, and I spun and gave him my back. And I fucking tapped him out with it and won gold.
Hey.
And I had to apologize to every one of my students that I was picking on for the last 6 months.
See, I like to keep it under. I know, like, he showed it like rolling and maybe potentially sweeping the guy. I've done it that way too, but I like to come out, like, kind of go north south and stay under them.
Yeah,
like, well, I'm worried about giving up my back.
We're talking about jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It all just came back.
What a twat.
This is comic relief. That's why I love having Miguel here with me.
Perfect.
All right. If you could go back in time and talk to yourself before the very first time you stepped on the mat, what would you tell yourself?
Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Best answers ever.
Yeah. Buy Bitcoin. Bro, that's going to be right here. You guys could talk probably crypto. You said you're a crypto guy. This guy right here. He's my financial advisor when it comes to crypto. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice.
Dude, if you're not buying crypto, you're fucking insane. Right now, you think about it, only 1% of the world's population has adopted it. 3% now, and it's this big. You wait until it's fucking 10, 15, 20%.
5%.
It's going to be insane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making NFTs now, and everybody watching this should buy my shit.
So, you mentioned it in the beginning. You mentioned it before we started recording. Tell us a little bit about what you have going on and how people can find out more information about it.
Well, I love the idea of community building, and when I started seeing the Bored Ape Club and all that, I actually thought it was amazing. Like, these people are getting together on yachts like once a year. They're going to all these exclusive parties like Snoop Dogg, Eminem. All these people are buying these NFTs as like a status symbol, but it's such a community thing. And like, I don't know if you guys see, but like I put out like message me anytime, and I mean it. So when I make that post, I'll get like 400, 500 messages, and I answer every one of them, and I'll try to do breakdowns for people. So community is a big thing for me already. So because Jitsu just put out these Shaka apes, and I was like, hey, man, I'd love to get in on that with you. So I own 3 of them right now of his collection. And then I was like, let's go further. Let's make my own. So we're making these crypto zombies, and we actually generated 500 of them today just to see how it's working. And
nice.
Man, it's insane. By mid next month, I'm going to release 666 of them.
Nice. On what blockchain?
We're going to go Polygon.
Yeah,
and we're
Matic.
on OpenSea.
Let's go.
Man, I'm super excited, and it's going to have like unlockable content. Like I'll do, because I'm willing to do video breakdowns for everybody. I'm willing to do all this, but it's going to have like the 6 rare ones will have free Zombie Proof for life. Like you can move here and you'll get free training. You could train at my gym for life.
Oh, that's dope.
There's going to be yearly Zoom, like I'll do like private lessons with you, like me and one of my guys, you and one of your guys will do it over Zoom calls. You'll have access to asking me to do video breakdowns, just shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But my end goal eventually, I'd like to have a yearly seminar here on Cape Breton Island, not affiliated with Nova Scotia.
Not at all.
Not Nova Scotia.
And it's free to everybody that owns my crypto zombies, right? Like, I know it just sounds like such a money-making scheme for so many people, and you get all these idiots that are like, oh, I just screenshot it. But, like, I have a Charizard right there, and I don't really touch it much, but, like, I own it. It's worth $600, and just because I don't touch it much doesn't make it less value. People can't take a screenshot of that and sell it, but I could sell that Charizard right now for $600, right? Like, yeah. I'm always big into collectibles. Actually, like, I got, like, Pokemon everywhere. I'm a fucking geek.
I still got the Burger King Pokeball with the gold Pokemon card in it, and I believe it's a Charizard.
That's amazing.
I had no clue what you were talking about until you just said that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a little older than when that was like. I was a little older, so I didn't get the whole Pokemon.
Magic.
The Pokemon thing came after my time.
I was like Magic, the Gathering, and then Pokemon kind of came in.
Bunch of Magic shit here.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
like,
Magic's legit.
I did a little bit of like my friends would. Some of my friends we used to play hockey all the time. We did a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
but they were into it more than me. And then it was like Risk.
Yeah, Risk is a legit.
And then it was weed and girls. It was just like, bye.
You were into Beanie Babies.
Dude,
come on.
I
had a little girl, so yeah, I used to buy my daughter Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
Can I tell you a story about Risk?
Go.
Sure.
It'll just take a second, but this is. So I brag about how good I am at Risk, right? Like I'm a dick. I say I'm the best in the world because it's not about. It's not about what's on the table. It's about how you make everyone else hate each other, right?
Yeah.
And
it's true, though, right? That's a good strategy.
It's
yeah.
So true.
We were driving home from one of the fights, and there was 5 of us in the car, and I said, like, I'm the best Risk player ever. And they were like, man, no, tons of people are better than you. And I was like, okay, I'll make you and you hate each other before we get home. I got 5 hours. I'm starting now. By the time we got to the driveway, they were screaming at each other. They are still not friends.
That is the same.
Well done.
That's the same thing that you employ while you're playing Risk. Is that the same strategy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. Yeah, he's out there. He's out there burning other people's bridges, not his bridge, other people's bridges.
All right, you want to do the big one?
Whoa, yeah, sure.
You can do the big one.
All right.
Last question.
This is pretty important.
This is a big one, Kent.
Do you or do you not wash your belt?
Wash my belt?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Your jiu-jitsu.
No, listen. I wash my everything every time because that's filthy as fuck.
Yay! Team wash your belt. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think people are insane. We're crazy here. Like I get.
The government makes you wash your belt.
Trudeau is checking in on your belt.
Trudeau. When he comes down to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, he better stay over there.
We just want everybody in Canada to have clean belts.
You know, I didn't realize. We've had an ongoing joke about it since we started.
The beginning.
It's been like since the beginning. It's like we're going on 3 years of this. I didn't realize how divisive it was until I put. Miguel had recorded some funny, did a funny video. He's in a bathtub washing his belt, and we put it on TikTok.
You should watch it.
And it's like the day in the life of a belt washer. He comes home.
I get tapped like a million times.
And then it cuts to him like in the bathtub playing with toys and washing his belt and like his rash guard. So it's funny. And then, so that for us, okay, whatever, it didn't viral, but like 5,000 views.
We're just trying to be
quickly.
funny, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking for fame, bro. I'm just
clue.
I was like, you're gonna put this on the internet if I do it, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, all right.
But the comments, forget about the views. The comments, like I would see the comments, and it's just like, you don't wash your belt. Yes, you do. You're stinky. You're this. You're that.
50.
And then I posted one the other day. We interviewed. BJJ after 40.
After 40, yeah.
Right, we interviewed the guy from BJJ after 40, and he talked about he washes his belt once a month, and every time he does it, he takes a video of it, and he said he puts it out on YouTube, and every time he puts it out, he goes like the comments just go crazy. It's like I could put out all these move videos, but like the one about washing your belt always gets watched so much, it just goes really quick. And then I just did one where I put mine into the washing machine, and then it was just like in like an hour or two, it was like 3,000-4,000 views, and then the comments just went crazy, and I was just like, I knew that it was funny and it was divisive.
I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, man, it went fucking crazy. But like the comments of people just going back and forth, like people aren't getting nasty, but it's like, no, you don't wash your belt. Oh, you stinky. You're dirty. That's disgusting. You know, just like boom, 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 boom.
Triple crown. You wear spats. you you wear the spats.
Oh, shit.
Right? You wash the belt, and then you also say that you only train no gi. And then it should be the most hated video of jiu-jitsu on the internet.
Throw that belt in.
I'll start wearing the belt with the spats in every no-gi video. And I'll just
do one of those.
Can you do me weird? I'll fucking act like nothing's weird. It's like, did you guys see the video where me and my student were dressed up in Halloween costumes?
Yeah, I love that one.
Dude, I just taught the video like it was nothing. I brought no attention to it. I just taught it like it was nothing. I'll do that with a fucking belt on for the rest of ever.
No-gi shorts.
No. I got
sweater, hoodie, and the belt.
I got a better idea. No-gi shorts. I like that one. Belt. Take some no-gi spats. Cut a hole in the crotch and wear it like a shirt, so it's a crop top. So you're double spatting.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue. Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, what else? And then just cut off the hoodie part of your hoodie. And put that on like an astronaut helmet from
Kent,
Wish.
I would, if I'm you, Kent, I would say,
you guys are mad, son.
Have Miguel do it first and show you what he means, and we'll put that video
I'm gonna
out
need
first.
I can't afford your spats, so
shut up. All right, listen, Kent. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate you. We talked about your Supernatural. Do you want to give everybody your handles and the websites real quick?
Out.
No, it's just like with my videos, man. I don't introduce myself at the beginning of it because if they want to find out who I am, they can fucking find out. I just don't care, right?
Good enough, man.
Yeah.
We'll put it up on the screen. We'll put it in the description for you. We'll put it out there. But thank you so much for doing this. Hold on, don't go anywhere. But again, thank you for doing this. We appreciate you. This was awesome. And if you're ever down in Florida, come by and see us. Come in the studio. We'll do it again.
Whenever fucking Canada stops being communist, man.
Yeah.
Whenever you can unbreak your children's hearts and get them down to
man.
to Disney World.
I might meet you up there.
How are you guys from Disney?
It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours.
I'm not that. No, I'm not gonna.
Nah, I'll meet you up there because if you live in South Florida, a 3-hour drive is normal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll come up and we'll roll.
Yeah.
We film in Miami, but we're both from probably like 25 minutes to an hour north of here. But it's still where I live. It's probably 3.5 hours from.
I'm right off the turnpike,
Disney.
bro. I could be there in 2:45. You know, it's the kids. It's the kids. Awesome. It's like when you drive, you got to do kid math. Each kid equals extra. It's not that. No, it's just they just want to stop all the time for no reason.
All right, let's let Kent go. Kent, again, stick around. But thank you for doing this. We appreciate you, man. Take care.
Peace.
All right. All right, very cool, man.
That was dope.
He's a fucking cool guy.
Cool guy.
That's
very chill guy. Like you can hang with him.
Yeah, very unique.
It felt like we just hung with him.
Yeah. It's like a very unique perspective on life and jiu-jitsu.
He's just doing what's making him happy, and I feel like he just makes decisions based on
crazy
on good energy.
On good energy and not what the world wants to see or what the jiu-jitsu community or the world expects.
He's just being himself.
He's doing shit for himself instead of doing it for everybody else, and then
it's working out.
But I don't even think he's doing it like in a rebellious type manner.
No,
I think he just truly.
It's just self-fulfillment.
Yeah,
I think it's authenticity.
Yes,
it's
good
like
word.
that. That's him. He doesn't really give a fuck what anybody thinks about him.
Yeah,
and it comes off in a non-cocky, non-asshole way.
Yes.
He's not an asshole about it. He's just like, this is me. I want to be me. What the fuck?
This is what all self-taught martial artists should be like.
When they say be yourself, he's living it.
And look, the girl that I mentioned in the episode, what's it, Mary?
Mary
that wears
_A_B.
Bo knows. Bo, why do you not train jiu-jitsu and know that handle?
Because I watch her for moves, and she's great. She has great moves, man.
Yeah.
Like she
what's your
shows
favorite move
them
that she
really
does?
well. I don't know the names of the moves. No. But I watch.
See the way my Instagram's set up.
She's very good at the way she shows the moves, and whoever's filming them is doing a fantastic job.
It's incredible. Look, I think you can judge somebody by the company they keep.
Right.
And again, I don't know her a lot. She doesn't really even talk in the videos, right? It's just the moves.
No,
right?
Sometimes.
Very rarely. Yeah.
I don't even know that I've heard her talk.
She does show off like rash guards and things and shorts and stuff.
But Eli Knight, I know Eli Knight wears his stuff. Again, you can judge people by the company they keep, and the fact that somebody like Eli, who's so kind of laid back and chill, and they're working together like that. Well, that leads me to believe that he's just as cool to work with.
Also, Mary, the female athlete.
Yeah,
that does athletic stuff all the time, and she's getting into like self defense and protection, like with firearms for women too as well. Recently, I think she was like dry firing one of her new handguns.
And you mentioned in the episode that she's throwing hands.
I saw her throw some hands. It sounds like she's developing her. She's developing all aspects of things I think that make her happy. I don't know her, but B, also just promoting self defense amongst women. That too. So that's pretty dope.
I know through the pandemic, those dogfight videos. What was it? What's the full handle? Do you know?
Man, I don't know. I follow them, but it's just kind of like I see it, and it's like I don't care about that. I just like the content.
They were doing it in this garage, but like it came about because of COVID. I think. I don't know a lot about it. I know about that came to life because of COVID. They were training in the garage. They started recording stuff and.
Hey, you guys want to go viral? Start a thing with jiu-jitsu in phone booths. Like
they already did that.
Like the Russians doing boxing.
They already did the phone booth, and there's also car-jitsu. I'm down for a car-jitsu match.
Oh, naked car-jitsu.
There's one where they take the seatbelt. There's a video I saw. Is it a girl taking the seatbelt and wrapping it around?
Loop choke, baby. Let's go. He went in. Hey, that lady went in there like Nicholas Margaral. Like he always just throws it, and he grabs that collar and she whack.
And she did it. Is that what she did with the?
It was a straight Nicholas.
Oh, Marigali.
Yeah, Marigali, man. Freaking IBJJF against like Leandro Lowe or something.
We don't want to keep everybody forever. We're going to do a little housekeeping here, guys. Let's show this paddle.
Dude, this paddle is legit.
The tribal guy. Oh, so this is the tribal guy.
Guys. Yeah. Yep.
He did a piece for you.
He did, and it's bigger than Milton, so that means he likes me more.
You're more interesting than Milton, so
yeah.
So he did this one.
So I got this.
It's got more shit on it.
This beautiful red, white, and blue.
Oh, that is
representing
cool.
This lovely nation, and U.S. Army crest, the American flag. The old stars and bars. We got the Brazilian flag since I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years. I know this is what this flag looks like because it's everywhere now.
It's because you're Colombian.
People know. and then the kanji symbols for jiu-jitsu. That's what I've been told.
You trust people.
And then we got a shark, man, because it's kind of funny.
Well, isn't that symbolic of a certain type of energy, though, the shark?
Well, it's also the reason I said it, because you could go real deep with this, but I like the shark because of the meme of like, I'm a shark, jiu-jitsu's an ocean, and most people don't know how to swim. Yeah. I'm horrible at jiu-jitsu, by the way, but I love the saying.
No, you're not. But yeah, there's in our world for you, Bo, we'll tell you like there's a lot of people say like I'm a shark. The ground is my ocean.
Yeah, and most people don't know how to swim.
And most people don't know how to swim.
And then
most
I'm
not
sure
that was your guy.
Most people are bait.
That was one of John.
Yeah. And I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but I really love those frozen popsicles that are red, white, and blue. And dude, look at this.
The rocket
it's just
pop.
like it. The rocket pop. That's what they're called.
Dude.
Huge shout out for the front and the back.
Can we get, I don't know how close up we can get, but that is an awesome, a crest?
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's beautiful.
Army crest?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It all looks great.
That is really cool.
It is heavy.
If anyone, you can put it down. If anybody wants their own version of a paddle like this, it was Patrick does this in different sizes. He has some of these things available, like you've got them on the desk there.
Yeah,
and everything. Shark as a necklace.
Tell this too. Everything on there means something. So every design,
it was personal. We had good communication. He's a good listener, obviously.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, you would talk to Patrick, fill out an email, or you could talk to him directly. Mm-hmm. You'll kind of give him like your history or like what you want your paddle to show. Ours was a little different. We didn't have kind of the symbols put on top.
This is a little bit personal.
We have no honor. You have no honor. That's like he does.
You can tell him.
Say that.
You tell him about your life, and he's going to give you a board that is representative of things in your life or things that you love. So I think that came out awesome. If you want your own paddle like this, you can go one of two places. On Instagram at This Tribal Guy.
Good follow.
Or you could check out his Etsy, where again, if you want to show some of the other stuff that he has.
Dude. My family's definitely getting some of this action right here. They look great.
And
necklaces,
they're pendant things.
Yeah, they're necklaces, and that some are wood, and these look like some sort of composite material of some sort. But it's like a little.
He's got earrings, necklaces, keychains. Nice. They're really
with
cool.
A leather braid.
So Etsy.com/shop/this tribal guy. So go check him out.
Cool. Yeah,
Patrick's awesome.
Nice.
All right.
Love it.
So shout out to our Patreon podcast patrons, including gym sponsors Carlson Gracie Winter Haven in Winter Haven, Florida, cgwinterhaven.com, at Carlson Gracie _Winter Haven on IG, Carlson Gracie Broward County as well. Big J, what's up?
What's up?
Check them out at CarlsonGracieBrowardCounty.com, at Carlson Gracie Broward County on IG. We also want to give a shout out to one of South Florida's newest black belts, John Way Martial Arts in Plantation, Florida. John Way Martial Arts. Got to give him one of these.
I know.
Black belt. JohnWayMartialArts.com, at John Way Martial Arts on IG. Our individual podcast patrons include Jebediah Berra. I got it right this time.
It's a lot of
Jedediah, whatever.
Jebediah,
Robert
man.
Walker, Frank House, Boa Athletics. Check them out at BOA_athletics on IG. Jason Smiley, CJ Carroll, Mission 22, Chuck Reddoor, and Roberto Santiago. If you'd like to support the show, visit patreon.com/Jiu-Jitsu Dummies. We can either do individual sponsorship or individual shout-outs, or we'll shout out your gym. It's like $5 or $10 a month. And you're helping the show, you're keeping us on air, and you're getting a little love for your gym. You don't have to be the gym owner. If you want to shout out your gym, you could have us shout out your gym that you go to.
Oh, man.
All right?
It's like a thank you card.
So join and you're automatically also entered to win, not for the gym sponsors, individuals. They're automatically entered into a $100 Jiu-Jitsu swag drawing every single month. And it's like Fightback CBD, coupon code to Jiu-Jitsu Dummies.shop. Flow and Roll throw some stuff in once in a while. Sometimes we've done some gis. So check it out, and we'll choose a new winner every single month. Keep an eye on at Jiu-Jitsu Dummies for all the ways to watch, listen, support, and donate to our scholarship program.
It's there.
Where we award one-year scholarships to veterans, first responders, and amazing kids. Now, I say that we were doing it under the foundation. We had 2 sponsored athletes. Those have expired. We shut down the foundation. We're doing it under the podcast now. So the more donations we get, you can check out the link on our IG. Click there, and there's some ways that you can donate. Help us out, and we're going to do another.
I'm excited.
Another sponsored athlete, at least one, hopefully 2 this year.
The more you help, the more we'll get it.
Yeah,
I mean that's where it goes.
Shout out to Fightback CBD. They've been with us since the beginning. They were one of our first product sponsors.
Interviews too.
He's been on the show a couple of times, and they give us 2 bottles of CBD to give away on almost every episode of the show. If we don't use them then, we might use them for the Patreon giveaways.
Very reachable.
Yeah.
And also just a fun page.
So let's talk about that real quick so that people know. Justin, he's a recovering addict.
Yep.
And what he does is he takes the proceeds. I don't know if it's all the proceeds. He takes a big portion of the proceeds. And he uses that to sponsor recovering addicts and people with mental health issues.
Yeah.
Through jiu-jitsu. He finds them a place to train. He'll give them a gi. He's there to talk to them. He's there for
he's also trained to talk to people too. Yeah, he's classically trained.
You do not need to do jiu-jitsu to reach out to him to have a conversation. He's there. He puts out videos that says, "Hey, reach out to me if you want to talk."
It's a weird climate, man.
Awesome guy. I think that we've surrounded ourselves with some really cool people like that. Between like DD214, they give stuff back to active military and veterans. Yep. First responders. They do a lot of really cool stuff.
This guy, they gave me some stuff.
They just gave you a whole bunch of stuff.
I know, thanks.
Hey, last but not least, everybody's probably seeing all the Raise energy drinks on the table.
I tested it out.
Yes.
It works.
I did too. I usually have a coffee before the episode.
Did it make you fart or anything?
No. Weird question. No, it didn't. Actually,
okay.
Which one did you do? What's the name of yours?
I think it's called Apollo. Man,
Apollo. I think it says Apollo. It's Apollo.
Yeah, I think that's
Apollo.
It's Apollo.
It's Apollo.
Apollo.
Okay.
I apologize for not knowing that it was Apollo.
I did sour gummy worms. I'm going to be 100% honest. This is the very first time I had a Raise energy. First time. delicious. I'm excited to pop open some of these. I think
you're definitely.
I think we're going to leave them in the fridge here, and we're going to pop open a couple on the next episode.
That's going to make you fart.
Yeah. Well, cool. I mean, we both drive a long way to come here.
You will.
And I'm pretty amped right now. I might go home and do a chore.
You'll be farting all the way.
I'm usually really gassy, and I haven't farted yet.
Yeah.
Not that you've heard, anyway.
Oh, damn. So, is that what it was?
So thank you to Raise Energy for the...
I thought it was the air freshener. I didn't realize.
This is called the Rebellion.
The Rebellion Kit.
Starter Kit. That's what we got. We appreciate you. Take out a couple of...
Oh, man. I'm 100% going to make some cake.
You take home the Raised Cakes. I'm going to take home...
Is that fruit cake?
I'm going to take home the pancakes. Yeah, I'm going to take home the pancakes.
Fruit cake and fruit flapjacks?
And report back.
I don't know what's going on here, but I love the packaging, and I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to...
You're not supposed to eat it raw, though. You got to actually cook it.
Don't tell me how to live my life, bro. Raise up a can and eat some cake.
I'm going to...
Just put that in the can.
Me and my wife make pancakes every weekend.
You do?
One day on the weekend. Usually
That's
on
cute.
Sundays. We always make pancakes. So I'm going to make these this weekend, and I'm going to let you guys know.
And you eat them, too? You actually eat them?
Me and my wife...
You're an idiot.
Me and my wife do a secret kumite while the kids are asleep every weekend.
Is that what you call it?
The kumite. No holds bar.
Well, they gave us a whole bunch of this. Just hold up that one bag.
This bag?
That I don't even... There's I think there's pre-workouts in there. There's energy drinks, like powders that you can mix with water.
Yeah.
I haven't even been able to go through so much stuff.
It's a box of chocolates.
They gave a T-shirt. There's a backpack in there. Go check it out.
You don't know what you're going to get.
It's the Raise Rebellion.
Yeah, there's a backpack
in there.
It's the Raise Rebellion.
What is it, like
starter
a
kit.
blow-up backpack?
You can just keep on talking over me, Bo. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
This is the Raise Rebellion starter kit. Anybody can get. You can go online and you can buy this. They're actually looking for content creators to help them build their TikTok.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or even if you
don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter.
You might
strike
out some
content.
It's a good place.
Check
to
it out. You can check them out. The name on Instagram and on TikTok is Raise Energy. It's really easy to find.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Special thanks to our newest sponsor, George Hernandez Claims Adjuster. Have you experienced damage to your residential or commercial property in the state of Florida? Water, flood, fire, mold, storms, smoke, hurricane and wind, lightning, business interruption, theft and vandalism, sinkholes. Don't get stressed out dealing with your insurance provider. Call George Hernandez today. Let the professionals get you the most compensation possible. Visit hernandezclaims.com or call 305-712-6751 to get help now. And stay in touch with them on Instagram at Hernandez Claims.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. Stay safe, everybody. Stay COVID-free. Like Bo, you didn't have COVID.
Just stay happy,
if you don't get tested, you can't get COVID.
Boom. Hashtag.
Hey. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching and listening.
Bye.
Oh, peace, love, jiu-jitsu.
Peace, love, jiu-jitsu.
Peace, love, jiu-jitsu.
Hold on.
Hey.
Bring it back. Encore. Hold on.
Look at
Ready?
this.
Bo's like, more?
I'm like, no. You're
Ready?
lucky I'm sharp. I'm like that goalie that doesn't miss.
Milton.
Yeah. This one's for you. This one's from our store, Jiu Jitsu Dummies.
There it is.
Peace,
folks.
love, jiu-jitsu.
There it is, folks.
There you go, brother.
Bam. Oh, dude, I'm happy.
That's awesome.
Take
Hold
care,
it up
everybody.
again.
I'm going to wear them all at the same time.
Let's give him the us.
Let's give him the